Hello, everyone, and welcome to part 1 of episode 76 of the TEW 2020 New Japan Pro Wrestling Series. It is the G1 Climax. I can't believe it's our 5th one that we have booked. Hard to believe. Where has the time gone? But as far as this is going to be an interesting one because, again, we're going back to the 4 blocks, 10 guys in each blocks, but there's no Shinsuke Nakamura, there's no Bryan Danielson, there's no Sonata. Sonata just barely missed out on it because of injury, and as far as those are 3 pretty big names for sure, and they could have been guys that could have won their blocks, no problem. I think all 3 of those guys could have been believable winners of a block, and now, as far as that gives some guys some opportunity that probably wouldn't have gotten this opportunity because of that, though. So there's a flip side to that. But as far as for this G1, we try to make it a big deal, obviously. As far as we want to make this the biggest tournament of the year, we try to make this the best tournament of the year as well. I still think we can have a really good tournament. I think we can have a really good shows throughout the summer. Obviously, this is going to end at the end of August. For this first part, though, of the episode, we are going to just probably run. I'm torn between 20 to 24 shows. It's either going to be the 5 shows for each block or 6 shows for each block. So that way, obviously, when we come back for part 2 next week, you'll see the back end of the tournament, plus obviously the semifinals and finals. So it really just kind of depends on how time is one thing as well, as far as that's a factor, because I want to make sure this comes out at a pretty timely fashion, because obviously, when you record 20 to 24 shows, you're going to have to take a lot of time for the video to render and whatnot, so you got to think of that as well. But as far as each block will have a champion, kind of represented for the block. And, speaking of the blocks, let's just go through them right now, since we're on the topic. As for Block A, we start with the undisputed Openweight Champion, if you will, the Never Openweight Champion and the New Japan Strong Openweight Champion, Hayata Tamura, Josh Alexander, Juice Robinson, Kazuchika Okada, Kyle O'Reilly, Kushida, Pentagon Jr., Roderick Strong, The Great Okan, and Will Hobbs. So we got some debuts in the G1. As far as for Kushida and Kyle O'Reilly, that is massive. Absolutely massive for them and Pentagon Jr. So it's kind of funny. All 3 of those guys are right beside each other, too, so that kind of works out well. Will Hobbs, as far as Dark Order, is someone to definitely watch out for in this block. And obviously, Kazuchika Okada. As far as name value-wise, he is definitely the biggest name here. And, I cannot wait for the Okada-Hayata Tamura matchup that is on the horizon. Kazuchika Okada and Pentagon Jr., that match absolutely rules from the perspective of, that's probably my 2 favorite guys from the previous decade as far as active wrestlers, and to have them face off against each other would be really, really special. Kushida and Okada is a fun match too, because they've had to have had a matchup on a anniversary show when Kushida was the junior champion, Okada was the heavyweight champion. They've had to have. Just off the top of my head, I'm trying to remember what show that was on. The only ones I'm thinking of are the Okada Ospreay ones. As far as when Okada was the heavyweight champion. Had to have been a Kushida Okada match, though. Had to have been. If not, though, that's a fun first time matchup, though. Definitely is a first time matchup in the save, obviously, so that's exciting. Great Okan gets a chance at a rematch with Hayata Tamura as well. And, of course, Juice Robinson. As far as the Court of Justice, beating up on Kazuchika Okada after the Dominion show in the press conference, so you get to see that get played out as well. So that's exciting to see as far as on the horizon. Block A is a fun little block, for sure. As far as having Okada in there, really, I think, makes this, it elevates the block, but also spices up, because there's so many fresh matches for him. And some intriguing rematches, too, obviously, with, Okada and Juice. That was the first kind of major match we did back in the first episode on the New Japan Cup episode, our first ever one. And they had an 82 or 84. It's the best match for a hot minute in this series. But that's going to be a pretty exciting block, to be honest. I'm super excited to see how that plays out. Block B, we have Brody Lee, Daniel Makabe, Hiroshi Tanahashi, Joe Doring, Kenta, Rey Fenix, Takuya Nomura, Tetsuya Naito, Tyler Black, of course, the Intercontinental Champion, and Volter. So this is, obviously the Intercontinental title block, but my God. You have 2 Task Force Death guys in Kenta, Rey Fenix, which, what a match that shall be. And then you also have two United Empire guys, in Daniel Makabe and Walter. Brody Lee, of course, leader of the Dark Order, looking to get some major wins in this block. Joe Doring, of course, him and Doring, Doring and Brody Lee, they've had their battles throughout the G1s through recent years. Daniel Makabe, of course, had a U.S. title matchup just rather recently at Dominion, which he fell short against Claudio, but this is a great chance for him to bounce back. This is kind of like a great mix because there's a lot of guys that stylistically match up very well as far as like a Naito and Kenta match, which hasn't been done in the series since 2020 as far as the singles matchups. That's kind of crazy to think. Obviously, Ray Phoenix and Tyler Black's a match. That's a circle of a, like, we got to check this match out. Same thing for Makabe and Ray Phoenix. Tanahashi and Tyler Black's going to be very, very excited. And of course, anytime Tanahashi and Naito face off against each other is going to be fun. But then you have like the Brody and Walter match, which is going to rule. Tunamura and Walter, like those kind of four hosses of this block, they can have great matches throughout the block with each other, but also with the smaller guys as well, because I think they can work well with the smaller guys. But yeah, that should be like, imagine a Ray Phoenix Walter match just from a psychology perspective. They're two completely different competitors, and that should be a fun match to see how that plays out. But yeah, that's another block that's just very intriguing to see because there's a lot of first-time matches in this block. There's a lot of matches that we haven't seen in a while happening in this block as well. So it's just, I think all around, it's going to be an interesting one. And it's going to be interesting to see how Tyler Black does as far as he's been on a tear since he's been Intercontinental Champion. And he is wanting to prove he's the best here in New Japan. And this is a great opportunity for that because he's taking on, Tanahashi, Kenta, Ray Phoenix, Naito, Brody Lee. As far as you got some big names in there. And Makabe and Walter, of course, on the way up. And Takino Nomura, a guy on the way up. Got a former Triple Crown champion, Joe Doring. You got a lot of big names there for sure. That's an intriguing block as well. Of course, the winners of blocks A and B will face off against each other on the semifinals. The same thing for C and D. As speaking of C, it is the next block we're going to talk about is Alexander Hammerstone, AJ Styles, Calvin Tankman, Claudio Castagnoli. So this is the U.S. title block. Eddie Kingston, Hanare, Katsuya Kitamura, Miro, Shingo Takagi, and Shotaro Ishino. So this basically has like one of everybody. You got a Kingdom of Strong Style guy in Hammerstone. You got a obviously Rushmore guy in AJ Styles. Dark Order guy in Calvin Tankman. Suzuki-gun of Claudio Castagnoli. Task Force Death of Eddie Kingston, Court of Justice, and Hanare. As far as the United Empire for Katsuya Kitamura. Miro as far as for House of Torture. LIJ for Shingo. And then Chaos for Shotaro Ishino. So one of everybody. Of course, Claudio and AJ have had a match in the past. Same thing for Kingston, Claudio in the past. But yeah, like a Miro AJ match is going to be fun to see. Anytime Miro faces off against like Kingston, Shingo, and even Ishino, like that's an exciting matchup. And even Miro and Claudio should rule as well. I'm very much intrigued by that block as well. Because I think stylistically, there's a lot of guys that match up well with each other. And plus, like Calvin Tankman, I think is a great kind of X factor because just from his size alone, he's a guy that's going to give some fellas some troubles for sure in that block. As for Block D, our final block, and it is the heavyweight title block. As you see there at the bottom, Zack Sabre Jr., the champion, in a tough-ass block, that's for sure. Evil, Hiromu Takahashi, Jay White, Katsuyori Shibata, Kota Ibushi, Leona Fujinami, Malachi Black, Pac, and Tai Chi, as well as Zack Sabre Jr. So some intriguing matches there with, Tai Chi and Zack Sabre Jr., they never had a match against each other. Once the kind of formidable split happened with Zack leaving Suzuki-gun and starting United Empire, they never had a singles match. So that's kind of intriguing to think that Dangerous Tekkers are going to explode, if you will, for this matchup there in the G1. So that's exciting to think. Pac and Zack Sabre Jr. obviously is very much a high marquee match. As two of the best British-born stars we have in New Japan right now, battling it out. Of course, Kota Ibushi and Pac's always a fun match to do, and Jay White and Ibushi, they have their history. Shibata's last G1 as well. Hiromu in there as well. Like Hiromu and Ibushi's going to be sick, and Hiromu and Pac's going to be sick. Malachi Black in there too, as far as that's a great opportunity for him. Same thing for Leona Fujinami. As far as he's a guy you definitely don't want to sleep on. I think this might be a big moment for him as far as if he can beat one of these big time names like a Hiromu, like a Jay White or a Bushi, or that's a big win, or even a Shibata. As far as if you can beat somebody like that on the way out in Shibata's career, that's going to be massive for him. I'm excited to see this block as well because there's a lot of great matches and some matches we haven't seen in a while. But as far as the anytime obviously you have the heavyweight champion, that block is very much a must watch, must see thing because everybody's eyeing out for that championship title matchup, and they get a great opportunity as far as if they can beat Zack Sabre Jr. Of course, they will get a title match no matter what happens in this G1. But of course, we start off with Block A for our first day. Yeah, we'll just hop right in because we know this episode is going to be pretty long. And so we'll see what we get for our first venue. So I'm really not sure where I want to run the first show, but Tanahashi's passing on Psychology to Yuma Anzai, and then Satoshi Kojima passing on Microphone Work to Hayata tomorrow. So we have all the G1 matches pre-booked, but we just need to add the opener. So that's all we'll really have to add throughout the shows. But yes, the venue. Yeah, I think we're going to run... I thought there was a 12,000 seater. I think there's just a 10,000. The Nagoya Civic General Gymnasium works for me. So the main event, I mean, it's got to be this. Okada and Pentagon Jr. This match rules. But Okada's going to beat him 24 minutes. First time meeting there. And obviously, barring, like a chemistry problem, that should be a really good matchup, though. We'll have Tamura and Josh Alexander be the co-main. I believe they had a match in the past. Yes, that was at the New Japan Cup 2 years ago, which Tamura won. Oh, and then they had the rest of Dutaku. On night 1 in 2021, there was a 37. So they're 1-1 against each other. That was obviously when Hayata Tamura was a young lion. Yeah, that should be a fun little matchup to see how that plays out. But Tamura's going to get the win there. So the champion survives the first day for Block A. We'll go Juice and Hobbs next. Hobbs is going to beat him in 28 minutes, giving that a lot of time. Don't really mind that. Kushida and the Great Okan. It's Kushida's going to beat the Great Okan's going to catch him with a submission. I think this will be a very fun matchup because, obviously size-wise, they might not match up well. But stylistically, I mean, you got a guy in Kushida, obviously, he's had a winning record in MMA. Like, he's really fucking good on the ground. I think he's like I don't think he's a black belt. I think he's like a white belt. I'm pretty sure he's a white belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And I think, what's his stand-up background? Because I want to say he's either got a karate background. I don't know, I'm thinking it's karate, but, because he's got something besides his white belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. But nonetheless, though, that should be, and, obviously we see what Okan can do on the mat. Very solid as well. So that's a fun match, though. And Kushida getting the win, I just want to say he catches him with a, they're kind of grappling around. They're doing like some amateur shit. Kushida just kind of catches them into a, that key lock, that Kushida lock, and Great Okan just kind of stuck in, and he's got a tap. Just as far as you make that believable finish, as far as that submission, if he's got it locked in, even with a guy that size, it's kind of like, well, he's got nowhere to go. Can't reach the ropes, and he's just got a tap. So I'm cool with those kind of, those matches that could end like that in like 10, 12 minutes, kind of shockingly, in the matchup. But then Kyle O'Reilly, Roger Strong, Undisputed Era colliding here as, we're going to have this be a technical masterclass. So Kyle O'Reilly, Roger Strong, obviously you see a lot of, from them teaming up as United Undisputed Era, rather. But they did have a New Japan matchup at the New Beginning in USA show, which Roddy beat him last year. Which that was at 80 when we did that then. I will see how it goes this time around. O'Reilly getting the win, though. Roddy's a little unhappy about it. That's fine. We can deal with that. We can definitely deal with that. So we do have new young lions, though. We have the LA Dojo kids that graduated as Jonathan Peck and, Chris Vart, as they had their debuts at the New Japan Strong taping that happened this week. It was a terrible matchup, as you could probably imagine, as it was a 13. So, not great, but we're going to see how they do as far as teaming up wise. Maybe they'll have some chemistry, you never know, as they can take on, trying to think of a good team for them to face. We might go, Trying to think would be a good call here. Yeah, we might go with a Show Garcia. Because I think Daniel Garcia is good enough. He is. Thank God. Oh, that was weird. I think I went. I took the wrong guys out. Put them up on the wrong side. But yes, Chris Fart, Jonathan Peck. As the Dragons did know, they will obviously get the win. As God, I forget which one of them was better than the other. It was like, see if we can look. Yes, Chris Fart was the worst of the two, so he will take this fall. So we'll have Garcia beat Chris Fart. Q. All right, day one in the books. We'll save it and we'll run it. See how they do. Oh, they did much better here. Yeah, Jonathan Peck with a 34. That's not bad for his second ever match. As Garcia tapping out Chris Fart with a counter mutilation. Not bad at all. As a 950 for Daniel Garcia. So he gets a 66 show with a 55. Yeah, Chris Fart's got a way to go. But Jonathan Peck's got a good start. Good start for sure. 78 for the first G1 matchup of the 34th annual G1 Climax. Kicking off here with Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong. Roddy did outperform him, but Kyle was the brainbuster. I'm cool with that. It's a fun match there. Giving him a lot of time. That match would probably roll. They don't click here with Kushida and the Great Okan, but the Kushida lock, though. Getting the win at 946. I believe that's why this was the Seal of the Show matchup, because I knew they had bad chemistry going in. I believe that's what happened there. It's Juice Robinson losing to Will Hobbs, even though he outperforms him. Order of business for Will Hobbs, though, in 28 minutes. God bless Will Hobbs. I'm so happy that he's like the TNT champion now. Because obviously, if you've been here from day one, big Will Hobbs guy, as far as he's been. Just now, it's nice to see that he's getting a lot of the shine in the real world that, he's getting here in New Japan, of course. Multiple time World Tag Team Champion. I think he was a New Japan Strong Champion at one point as well. Sayada Tamura beating Josh Alexander with a Hato driver in 24:50. Obviously, Hato Tamura is going to be the better performer, and he destroys it there. It's a great rating. And then Okada beating Pentagon Jr. with a Rainmaker. See, you could have a fun, tease in this match. When Okada goes for the Rainmaker at first, and Pentagon Jr. counters with cross arm bar, and he looks like he's going to break the arm. I think that makes a lot of sense for a spot. Trying to think what else he can do out of that. As far as maybe Okada to counter the Fear Factory just does like a back chop, as far as Pentagon Jr. lands on his feet. After the back chop, Pentagon Jr. lands on his feet. Okada does the discus Rainmaker or something like that. This is just some cool shit like that. But it's a solid main event. The show itself did not go over so well, so that's unfortunate. I'm not really sure what happened the way that. I think it was because the Show match didn't deliver. Maybe that was it. Also, it was just a lesser show. It wasn't like a normal show, I believe. But yeah, as far as not the greatest of starts, especially compared to what we did last time. But there was some good moments. It's just, I figured Okada would have enough to carry it, and he just didn't. It just is what it is. Pentagon Jr. really wasn't on his A game there, but that's fine. Listen, we'll start off a little slippery. That's fine by me. We'll start off on the bottom as for this first day. We can only go up from here, type of thing. As on to day 2, as we'll have the first day for Block B. I think this block is going to speed it up, though, for sure. There's a lot of talented motherfuckers in it. Alrighty, day 2, as we have backstage incident. Shibata passing a microphone work to SB Kento. It is nice to see New Japan World. As, so we got... Man, the main event, that's going to be a tough one, because Ray Phoenix and Tyler Black rules. That should probably be the main, but there's also that goddamn... I mean, it is New Japan. We should probably have Kenta and Naito main, but I can't. This match rules. Tyler Black's going to beat him, too, so that's a major win for Tyler Black over Ray Phoenix. That was a tough matchup for sure. As Kenta and Tetsuya Naito. Oh, it's the technical masterclass matchup. Wow. So Kenta will get the win, though, in 26 minutes. Yes, I want to say the last match, was 2020. Yes, it was. For the Intercontinental title. That's great. The summer struggle in Jinju. Hard to believe they've only had one match. That was a singles match in the entire, well, basically, literally, as far as now year 5. That's nuts. Absolutely nuts. But Kenta gets the win, though. He avenges that loss. As, then I guess Tanahashi and Walter would be the co-main now, and Walter's going to be Tanahashi. First of all, this match rules. Second of all, it is a first-time meeting. I figured so because I was like, I don't think we've had these two face off, but yeah, this match would rule. Absolutely. Absolutely. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. I need Walter to chop Tanahashi midair of a high fly flow. I need it. Absolutely need it. And then a nice little, as far as Brody Lee and Daniel Makabe, as far as a nice little styles clash affair here, Brody and Makabe, I believe they haven't faced up against each other. Oh, they have. Oh, they was wrestling Dutaku. Completely forgot about that. Yeah, this was the number one contendership match, if I remember correctly. So Makabe could, as far as to take on Claudio at Dominion. So Brody gets his win back in that matchup. So then this must be the Steel Show matchup as far as Takuya Nomura and Joe Doring, which I don't hate that. Two hosses beating the shit out of each other. Joe Doring's going to beat him. I'm curious to see if that's also a first-time meeting. It is. A lot of first-time meetings for this G1, which is nice to see. I think that shows you that, A, the roster has evolved throughout the series, which is nice to see, but also we've really have kept it pretty fresh even in year 5, which is, I think, nice to see. But yes, the opener, another tag match. We will go with, oh yeah, don't mind this. Don't mind that. As that's a little teaser for the second part of this episode. Yeah, I mean, I kind of want to have Rex and Tozawa have a match. I think that's fair. I think that's a fair match to have here. Oh, we might wait till actually till the next night for that. Yeah, we'll have that be the opener for the next night. So we'll go back. Yeah, let's use Akuya, Miyagi, and then I was trying to think if we should use like Takeshi Masada to just see if one of the generator young lions can work well with one of the newer signee of young lions. I don't mind testing that out, to be honest. Yeah, let's do that. And then we'll have Sujor and Takeda team up because they need a win. They need a win more than anything. As we'll have Takeda win. Doesn't really matter which one loses. Probably Akuya, though, if I had to guess, because he's the worst of the 4. At least he should be. We'll see. They still want to send Kanto. I'm not feeling it. Definitely not feeling it. Yeah, we could save the large hall for something down the road. Damn, there's really nothing really wrong. Oh, yeah, this will work. This will work. Alrighty. Day 2. Let's see how it plays out. I mean, he didn't even do that bad. He was only 1 point below there just as far as the match itself. I completely forgot that Toru Tsujihara and Masashi Takeda are not considered recognizable anymore. So that's not great. So that kind of kills the show. Cooled the crowd a little. That's not great. But it is nice to see that Toru Tsujihara is actually doing well. He probably could have made this G1, for being honest. If we are being honest. Well, first of all, Kenta with a 95. That was pretty incredible for his performance in a Technical Masterclass matchup, as he gets the win over Tetsuya Naito with the Kenta combo into the Psycho knee. They have pretty good chemistry as well. Just a shit show affair, though, that we had this be the Technical Masterclass matchup, when in reality probably shouldn't, because if the crowd will be engaged, because it should be after this matchup. Okay, I guess it's not. So Doring beats Takuya Nomura with the Revolution Bomb. Takuya Nomura did outperform by 1 point. So it looks like this is going to be another show that does not hit the mark. The 77 for Brody Lee and J.R. Makabe. Makabe did outperform him. But Brody was the Brody Bomb, and he gets his win back. So I think that does its purpose, for sure. The 84 for Tanahashi and Walter. Burning Lariat for Hiroshi Tanahashi taking that Burning Lariat I mean, that rules. First of all, as far as yeah, because you can see the finish. You know, as far as you can either chop him in midair off of a high fly flow, the standing high fly flow, and then pick him up with a burning lariat and kill him, or you can as far as later on down the road, you do the chop, but the match still goes on. Tyler kicks out too or whatever. He goes for the sling blade, and then Walter hangs on to him, puts him down into the burning lariat. I think that'd be a nice little counter, or even counter the sling blade into like a backbreaker or something. I always thought that was a great counter that no one really does, because the sling blade's obviously very, very tough to kind of counter because you got a lot of moving parts. But that's probably the best case scenario, is a little backbreaker. But yeah, I mean that's a fun match though. Glad that did well. Oh, they have great chemistry too, man. Lack of psychology hurts this, but this match fucking rules. Tyler Black with the curb stomp at 28 minutes. Phenomenal stuff. Phenomenal stuff there. As man, Tyler Black's really come to his own. He's far exceeded what I imagined his run would be with us. He's been incredible. Absolutely incredible. Yeah, I gotta put over Tyler Black. Gotta put over Ray Phoenix. And I will put over Tanahashi for his performance. I thought he did really well. So yeah, not a great opener. It kind of killed the whole show. But listen, that's kind of the whole point of New Japan, though. You have to get those young lions over. You got to get them in matches. It just is what it is. I love how Volador the Third is just Volador Jr.'s pictures. That's great. But yeah, and as far as we're going to see how Block C does, it should be a better show because we're going to have, obviously, Tozawa and Rex Steiner have a match. As far as that should be fun. Actually, we might even have the... I was going to wait to have him be the as far as the reveal for him, but we might, yeah, we'll probably have a 6-man as the opener now. We'll see the newest member of Suzuki-gun, so that should be exciting. Alrighty, as we shall run this show. I think this should be a Kanto show. Actually, I don't know, though, because, I mean, Tankman and Ashino and Kingston and Miro's probably a good main and co-main, but I don't know. Might be a little risky. Well, we might run Osaka. It might be for the best. Because we could either go with Osaka Joe Hall and won't be a sellout. Yeah, let's just run the Hiroshima Sun Plaza. That's fine by me. But yeah, I think Kingston Miro, I think that's the... I don't know, Tankman and Tankman and Ashino might be the better main. Tankman's going to beat the former heavyweight champion in Shitoro Ashino, and Ashino's not even going to complain about it, so that's a major win. Mainly just from a size perspective is why that match is happening. I think that's a credible win for Calvin Tankman as well. I think that's a massive win. Obviously, when you beat a former heavyweight champion, as Miro's going to beat Kingston. I believe they've had a couple of matches, yes. Had 3. Miro's up 2-1, so we don't get a tie. As far as we don't go 2-2. Miro gets the winning edge there in the series of matches. I want to say AJ and Hammerstone it's a Steel Show matchup. So AJ's going to beat Hammerstone in 10 minutes. Then Hanare and Shingo's the Technical Mass Class matchup, but Shingo's going to beat Hanare. So that will leave, of course, the U.S. champion versus Katsuya Kitamura, which Claudio will win. Nice. So yes, the 6-man matchup to kick off the show. We see the newest member of Suzuki-gun. Kira Tozawa, Rex Steiner, of course, and then Fred Yehi. He's jumping ship. We'll do a little thing in the pre-show as far as the big reveal for Fred Yehi, as far as because the word is as far as we don't know what's the opener, we know it's a Suzuki-gun. As far as we'll do Suzuki-gun and yes, I could Gavin, Gulak, and Moriarty. Like it. Or like it a lot. This could have been a Technical Mass Class matchup if we're being honest, but yeah, this is a fun little opener. But yes, we gotta do the angle where Yehi. He gets the win too with his new team. He's gonna be Gavin. But yeah, basically the the idea is with as far as Akira Tozawa and Rex Steiner, they're getting ready, and in the frame, you see Fred Yehai with the sling because he was injured. Of course, the last time we saw him, takes the sling off, and as far as under the shirt, now that you see the sling, it's a Suzuki-gun shirt, so that's kind of his way of debuting. It says, as far as seeing what the Foundation's kind of become, it's not the best for me. I gotta take my talents elsewhere. And I think Suzuki-gun is definitely cooking up something special. That's just kind of all it needs to be said type of thing, as far as he doesn't have to bury the Foundation, because the Foundation's dead. I mean, it's basically dead. Shelton's contract's coming up. King Mo never really worked out. Shane Strickland is solid. He'll definitely have something for him. I love Myron Reed and Darius Lockhart, and as far as and Christian Casanova, but those guys, it's just I don't know if the roster's just too big. I don't know what it is, but they're just kind of not going to get any marquee time. But Red Yehai joins Suzuki Goon. Perfect. Nice little angle to kind of showcase what's going on. 53. Actually could have been a lot worse. Way to go, Suzuki. Helping out Tozawa and Rex Steiner. Suzuki's going to be at ringside at all the Suzuki-gun matches, so it's great to see that he's going to do a good job as far as ringside goes. Fred Yehai even was off his game, and he still outperformed Gavin McGavin, so at least that finish makes sense. Rex Steiner with a 47. It's not great, but it got to start somewhere. As far as Rex Steiner, it's got a ways to go, for sure, but he'll get there. He'll get there, for sure. Fred Yehai with the Koji clutch. You love to see it. But yes, we will be taking him out of the Foundation. We'll put him in Suzuki-gun. As Hanare losing to Shingo's Made in Japan in 20 minutes. Shingo with an 80, 61 for Hanare. That's a nice win for Shingo. AJ Styles with Styles Clash over Hammerstone. This has got the crowd buzzing, so feeling good about this show. And 80 for Katsuya Kitamura and Claudio. It's the neutralizer for Claudio in 1954. It's not a bad match at all. Not a bad win for the U.S. champ. It's Eddie Kingston and Miro, as they have great chemistry, which is always fun, because, that match would absolutely rule. But Miro with the game over in 25 minutes. Kingston doesn't tap out, he passes out type of thing, until he's put him over. And then on 90, for Calvin Tankman and Shotaro Shino, the best match so far in the G1, as Calvin Tankman with the win with the Tankman driver in 22-28. Big night for Dark Order so far. They have started off 3-0. That is awesome to see for them. And what a win for Tankman. But, shout out Shotaro Shino for putting him over. So he didn't have to do that. Definitely didn't have to. Shingo. And we'll go AJ. Cool. So I'm glad we finally got on the right track. Who knew that having a competent opener would make things better? So on to Block D, the final first nights of the blocks. And I think Block D, with Zach and Pac and just how talented that block is, that's another block that I think can have a very good show day in and day out. So as long as no one gets injured, that should be a fun block to see. We'll see what happens. Alrighty, Block D is the first day for them. So we got some backstage incidents. Oh my god, a lot of them. Rob Eagles entertained the locker room by organizing a poker tournament. Tanahashi passing on psychology tips to Yuma Anzai, and then Satoshi Kojima passing on psychology tips to Hayato Tamura as well. Nice. So the main event, I saw the Kota Ibushi Pac match, which would rule, and that probably should be the main, but we'll have the heavyweight champion main event against Jay White, and Zack Sabre Jr. is going to beat Jay White as well. So all the champions survive the Day 1 curse. They've had a couple of matches. It's been a while, though. They had the cage match on the first that was the first King of Pro Wrestling tournament, I believe. I don't think I did it in 2020. I might have, though. Potentially the first or second King of Pro Wrestling tournament. And then Zack beat him again at Wrestle Kingdom. Wrestle Kingdom 16. I believe that was for the Rev Pro title. And Jay White beat him twice in 2022 afterwards. And then Zack for the Intercontinental title retained. So they wrestled 4 times in 2022, Jesus. So it's been a hot minute. So I'm glad we kind of cooled it off there after wrestling 4 times in 1 year. I mean, that is quite a lot. And for Zack to beat him here, I think that just makes sense. But Ibushi and Pac, my god, these two have been no strangers to each other in the series. We had, what, the 60-minute draw? It was the first time they wrestled, I believe. Oh, no, it was the 30. Yeah, it was the 30 draw. Oh, it was the 60. Yes, 60 at the anniversary show, then the 30, then the open weight title matchup, then the UWFI rules matchup. So they're 1, 1, and 2. Pretty fascinating as far as for their series of matches so far. And Ibushi wins this one now. And I think that's the right decision, too. But this is going to be a banger. Absolutely a banger. Probably going to be the best match of the G1 as of, as far as up to this point. For the rest of the card, Hiromu and Evil is always a fun match to do, obviously. As far as the history there, Hiromu's going to beat him in 20 minutes. Fujinami and Taichi's probably the technical masterclass matchup. It is. Fujinami's going to beat him. So that's awesome. Beating Taichi there, Malachi Black and Shibata, which this match rules. It's unfortunate that Shibata is not at the level that he was, obviously, about 10 years ago. But if he was, this match would be way higher on the card. Unfortunate that's the way it is, but he's going to beat Malachi Black, though, so that's a great win. I mean, at least you get something out of that matchup. As, trying to think which young lions we should pair up next. That is, yeah, I think we should use Kazushi Ghidorah now, since we used Akuya. Yeah, we'll do him and Takeda. Or not, Takeshi Masada, rather, Jesus. Yes, Takeshi Masada. I was thinking Yuma and Zai, since we just saw him. And the little putting them over screen with Tanahashi really helping him out. Yeah, I mean, not a terrible idea. Either way, I gotta figure out who they should face, because I was thinking Abe and either Skywalker. Yeah, probably Skywalker, because I believe I have Jason Lee. Yeah, I had him take a vacation, because he was a little perturbed. That's fine, yeah, a little Abe, Shun Skywalker matchup. This is just a nice win for Shun Skywalker, really, to help him out. That is the plan for this one. Oh yeah, I forgot, he is terrible in matches. Kazushi Ghidorah, my God, I mean, that stamina's gotta get, it's gotta get worked on. If he's gonna be any type of credible person. Oh, I really want to run Budokan. Oh, it's so, I just don't want to run it when it's not going to be a sellout, is the problem. Because there's not really, I think one of the cultural gyms is like 5K, yeah. Oh, we could run Sumo Hall. There'll be a sellout there, yeah, that's fine. Sumo Hall's fine. That is fine by me. We will gladly sell that out. We'll run the show. Oh my God, 10. It's really off his game, too. God, that young lion is god-awful. Brutal. As Skywalker moonsault over Shun Skywalker over Kazushi Ghidorah. My God, just I don't know where they found this kid, but they should have had his they should have had him fail his fucking injury test into the dojo, because he is terrible. My oh my. But at least Shun Skywalker's getting better. It's nice to see. He's got a 59 there. Not bad at all. Fujinami beating Taichi with a double under suplex. I really want to give him the Dragon Sleeper or something. Some type of finish to kind of harken back to his dad. Maybe have him just have his own move, though. Kind of set something to elevate him this tournament, I think, would be a great cause for him. A new move, I think, would really benefit him. So we'll kind of be scrambling for the next couple of days thinking what that shall be. But that was a nice little performance from him, though. I mean, we'll gladly take that. I'm happy they have great chemistry. Malachi Black did outperform him, but an ankle lock, which I don't mind that finish, because that would make a lot of sense. He goes for the goddamn kick. He catches it, does Shibata, and turns it into an ankle lock. I think that's a solid finish. Taps him out. Love it. Love it. Again, I'm cool with realistic 10-minute finishes when it's a submission, because if you just catch the guy in the submission, I don't mind that he's nowhere to go. As far as like Shibata does the traditional kind of ankle lock where he wraps does the body vice around the leg, and he makes sure that he's not getting out of it, type of thing. So that's cool. That's cool by me. Evil and Hiromu, as Hiromu getting with the time bomb in 1931. Obviously, great performance from Hiromu. It's crazy. Evil's only had like 5 matches this year, and he's in the G1. But that's another story for another time. Ibushi with the Phoenix Plex over Pac. Wow, the Tankman and Ashina match was better. I like our psychology here, but it got the crowd hotter at least for our main event. An 83. Wow, European clutch for Zack Sabre Jr. getting the win in 27 minutes. I mean, not a bad show. It just, Ibushi and Pac probably should have been the main event, like I suspected. But that's okay. That is okay. Not the end of the world. I'm trying to think either Hiromu or Zack. I think we're gonna go with Hiromu Takahashi. Good shit. Good shit. I mean, that's kind of crazy. The Block C was the best show out of the first 4 shows. Kind of didn't expect that, but I'll gladly take it. As on to the day 2s for each block now. Alright, day 5, as they got us in Ryogoku. I'll definitely not be running there. Darius Lockhart. Yeah, I gotta do something, bud, because you are on the outside looking in as far as being a member of the roster. Besides just being a New Japan Strong guy, as right in the move backstage after doing several funny cartoon drawings of some of his colleagues. And it's for the main event. Probably Tamura and Will Hobbs, because that match rules. Juice and Kushida's a fun match, though, and Okada Roddy, obviously, is a good matchup. Really, all these matches are good. So that's nice to see. Yeah, trying to think. Yeah, we just, yeah, I think it's time to run Osaka, as we will run the War Memorial Hall in Kobe for this show. Yeah, I really do think this should be the main, though. Tamura and Will Hobbs. Tamura's going to beat him, so that's 2 straight wins for Hayato Tamura. And we'll go Juice and Kushida. Because Kushida's going to beat Juice Robinson. So that's a tough start for Juice. 2 straight losses for him, but Okada with 2 straight wins. Or with Kushida with 2 straight wins, though. But Okada does beat Roderick Strong here, so there is 2 straight wins indeed for Kazuchika Okada. I don't know what would be the technical match matchup in between these two. I'm assuming it's this. Oh, nope, it's not. Josh Alexander's going to beat Kyle O'Reilly, though. So that's Josh Alexander's first win. And then the Great O'Khan versus Pentagon Jr. Wow, so I didn't pick between the two. But the Great O'Khan over Pentagon Jr. Let's see, Penta's, yeah. I think that's probably the better choice, to be honest. Great O'Khan going to get the win, though, in 24 minutes. Not bad at all. I'm trying to think what would be a good little matchup here. Might go the old Drew Parker Taiji Shimori. Go with a little junior tag matchup. Yeah, we got SB Kento. Samurai Soul. Could go with Taguchi. That's not a bad option. Taguchi and then or like one of the Young Lions or something. I think would be the best option here. Because it's tough, because there's really not a whole lot of, like, as far as Japanese native, or as far as Gaijin, not even Gaijin, just Lion Mark, as far as younger kind of guys left. Most of everybody's got a side. Yeah, looking like it's gonna be a tough one to decide. Yeah, we'll just go Coughlin and Connors. Or, not Connors, because these are Fredericks and Coughlin. And, well, if Alex Coughlin get the win, actually. They could use a win, as far as Coughlin's gonna beat Drew Parker. Good stuff. Alrighty. So day 5 in the books. Let's run it. 71 for the opener. This is actually not bad at all. As, Carl Fredericks was the worst guy in the match. But at least Coughlin outperformed Drew Parker. So at least that finish made sense. He gets him with the STF2, which is great. Great to see. That's a solid opener. Who knew? It's a 70 or 72 rather, for the Great O'Khan and Pentagon Jr. It's the Great O'Khan with the Cobra Clutch in 24:06. The 70 for O'Khan, 61 for Pentagon Jr. It's actually really close. So that's nice to see. But yeah, solid little matchup there. The 79 for Josh Alexander and Kyle O'Reilly. The wrong guy won this match. That should have been Kyle O'Reilly, it looks like, as the Pearl River Plunge for Josh Alexander in 1935. Not a bad little matchup, though. Not bad at all. 2 Canadians battling it out there. As Okada with the Rainmaker over Roderick Strong. Probably should have gave that more time. Yeah, kind of thinking back. Probably shouldn't have had this be the Steelers Show matchup, but I figured this would be a nice little matchup for Okada to not have to work, 20-odd minutes or so. Got the crowd buzzing, too. So that's nice to see. 79 for Juice and Kushida. Lack of psychology here. Juice was the better guy. Probably should have won. Juice has been incredible, honestly. The run he's been on recently, since he's kind of turned, I think that's helped his gimmick a lot. But right now, it's a tough start for him in this G1. 2 straight losses. But Kushida, though, I mean, I think you could kind of tell this man is anxious and amped up to be in the G1 for the first time in his career. Starting off strong. As Tamura beating Will Hobbs with the auto driver in 2150 at 80 here. Not the greatest of matches, but I love this match on paper, and I had to have it be the main event. It's Tamura with a win in 2150. Another Block A just ain't it. It just looks like Block A is kind of getting fucked on. That's a tough break. Tough break there. At least to increase our popularity in one region. I'm not sure what region that is, but at least we did it somewhere. But yeah, Okada again. And we'll just go Tamura and Hobbs. Just almost the exact same people we praised last time, but instead of Juice Robinson, it's Tamura. Alright, well, I mean, Block A, you know, they're definitely the weakest of the 4 so far. So that's, we definitely have seen, that's kind of like how it was last year with Block D. The never open weight blocks are always the toughest one, it seems like. So I don't think, I think if obviously we would have had like Nakamura and Sonata and Bryan Danielson, this, you know, the blocks would have been a little bit more, you know, jam-packed obviously with talent, but it's still not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was like literally like one block would be able to have like positive shows, the rest would kind of be struggling, but it hasn't been the case, luckily. As long as, if Okada gets injured though, again like he did last year, boy, Block A's in real trouble. They're in real trouble. But yeah, on to, as far as on to day 6 we go. Alrighty, day 6, as hopefully we have a better show than we did last year. As far as that was at 80, that's crazy. Bushi and Jay White was only an 83. But yeah, do Japan World. See backstage incidents. Oh, Pentagon Jr. See, left the locker room when he organized and won a video game tournament. To go Pentagon Jr. Then Yuji Nagata passing on psychology to the Great Okan. As our main event will be Tanahashi versus Rey Fenix. That match rolls, and Rey Fenix is going to beat Tanahashi. That's 2 straight losses for the Ace. Rey Fenix getting his first win's nice to see. Makabe and Kenta would be pretty sick, too. It's a technical masterclass matchup, but Kenta wins over Daniel Makabe. Tough start for Makabe, but I think this is, you know, you're getting the welcome of the heavyweight division in the G1. It's rough. It is rough out there. Tyler Black and Takuya Nomura, probably the co-main then. Tyler Black with another win. 2 straight victories for him. He is rolling. The Intercontinental Champion there. Looking solid, as Brody Lee's going to be Volter, though. That's 2 straight wins for the Exalted One, and it's a Steel Show matchup there between those two. I'm just going to tell them, yeah, go out there and beat the shit out of each other for 12 minutes. Have a blast. And then Joe Doring's going to beat Tetsuya Naito. They have had a couple matches in the past. Every G1 match, actually. Every G1 since, except for 2013. So they've been in 3 of the 4 G1s against each other. So they're 2-2 as far as singles matches against each other. All G1 matches. All around the 80 mark. Naito's a little unhappy about that. And Joe Doring's going to struggle a little bit stamina-wise. So that's great. That's just great. Kind of want to put that there, yeah. I think that's the better format for the show. As far as the opener, really not too sure. Probably another tag. That always seems to be a good call. I think we'll have a little, you know, Bushi SP Kento action. Trying to think would be a good matchup for him. So I was thinking El Kukui and Robbie Eagles. That'd be nice. Nice to see. Little LIJ and House of Black matchup. We probably should have waited till that was happening. As far as with, we might go with Chaos instead. Now I'm thinking about it, since there's Doring and Naito having a match. So yeah, let's have Rocky and Yo having a match. Yeah, a little 10-minute matchup though. SB Kento gonna be beating Rocky Romero though. Tough break for Rocky, but yeah, he's it's time. it is time. Certainly his better days are behind him. the machine has chewed him up and spit him out as far as for his run so far. It's just time. Time to move on. Actually, yeah, let's run somewhere we haven't ran yet. That'd probably be a smart idea. The Wakita Perfectional Gym. Let's run it. So 69 for the opener. Nice. It's Rocky and Yo. They do have excellent chemistry, so that's nice for him. But yeah, Bushi and SB Kento were the better team. SB Kento with the Brainbuster or Rocky Romero. He's getting better, but still got a ways to go. Goddamn, 93 for Makabe and Kenta. I figured it was going to be real good, and it delivers again. Kenta with the go to sleep in 22 minutes. He's been rolling. Having great matches left and right. As Joe Doring with the Revolution Bomb, he gets outperformed by Tetsuya Naito. I can understand Naito's gripe now. I get it. Absolutely get it. It's at 80 for Walter and Brody Lee. Walter with an 89. That is incredible. That's real good. As Brody with the Brody Bomb. I mean, Walter did beat Tanahashi night 1 night 2, technically, as far as, I'm still okay with the decision, though. Brody's been the man. I think that was the right call. For sure. Tyler Black and Takumi Nomura, though, was on 90. Tyler Black with God's Last Gift in 24 minutes. Yeah, he's been phenomenal. See how the main event does. It out-delivers it, as Ray Phoenix beating Hiroshi Tanahashi with the Meteor in 27:58. Goddamn, what a show. Block B is definitely the best block, for sure. Just Kenta, Tyler Black, Ray Phoenix, Tanahashi, and Walter, with Naito in there as well. Like, all those guys are going to put on, like, an 85-plus performance. Maybe not Naito, but everybody else will. And it definitely delivers there. What a show. What a show. Yeah, we got to put over Ray Phoenix. We got to put over Kenta. And I'm actually going to put over Naito instead of Tyler Black, because Naito was a little perturbed having to put somebody over. Did outperform him, so give him a little, hey, you're still awesome. But yeah, I mean, Block B is just, whew, that Intercontinental title block is stacked. But we'll see how Block C does here, as it's going to be tough. It's a tough act to follow, having to follow that Block B shows. But I got faith in them. Man, there's always going to be a backstage incident, it seems like, on these G1 shows. It's Shibata. Physical microphone work to SB Kento. So as far as the main event for this show, I did see a Claudio Miro matchup. That's probably the main. Let's see what happens. So we get a double countout finish. I know they're gonna love this. Claudio gets attacked by Brody King on the outside. Miro jumps in on getting attacked by Suzuki, as far as Suzuki trying to, even the fray, and just as a pure sixer out there. There's so much shit going on, and ends up being a double count out. They don't get back in before the 20 count. Protects both guys, but also I didn't want to do a straight up time limit draw. It is what it is. As far as the finish, I'm sure everyone probably would have wanted a clean finish, and I'm sure it's going to get tainted a little bit by the rating, but I think as far as in the grand scheme of things, it should be that's the right decision. I'll just say that. But Eddie Kingston's going to beat AJ Styles in the co-main. That's a huge win for Eddie Kingston. First of all, this is the first time they've ever had a match in New Japan, so that's kind of crazy. I'm trying to think if they've probably ever had a match together. And I really don't think so, because really by the time Kingston came onto the scene, it was mainly CZW, and it was mainly Chikara. He didn't really work a whole lot of Ring of Honor. Once, in like the early 2010s, he worked some Ring of Honor dates. Like he worked Kevin Steen once, but I just don't think they would ever be in the same company. So, potentially, first time ever meeting? Potentially. This Eddie Kingston's going to beat AJ Styles, though, for the first time, which that's a massive win. Massive win. Now, what's going to be the technical masterclass matchup is really the question here. Don't think it's going to be Hammerstone and Ashino, but it is the Steal the Show matchup. Give that 13 minutes. Ashino's going to get the win. It can't be Tankman and Hanare, so we'll just go ahead and add that. Next, Hanare's going to beat Calvin Tankman. That's a great win for Hanare there. And then Shingo and Katsuki Nomura is the technical masterclass matchup, which Katsuki Nomura is going to beat Shingo Takagi. I'm sure Shingo's going to love that. That was a big upset, though. Big upset for sure. Another tag match we go, as we will go with Yuma Anzai with, I was thinking was thinking Yui Mora. Go with like established talent with a kind of young lion approach. And we could do the same thing on the other side. I was hoping Kojima, but he's considered unimportant now. It's going to be tough to really find someone that's... Oh, he might do the Headhunter. That's a good call, actually. We need to have him or rather, Court of Justice, right? Yeah, we could do him and El Phantasmo. Yes. I love it. Great night for the Court of Justice. Oh, that's why they have poor chemistry. Ah. We could have anything nice. Damn it. Damn. We could go either... Oh, yeah, I forgot. We could do Francesco. Yeah, we got Coughlin we can use. Coughlin and, yeah. Let's do Alex Coughlin and Chris Vart. See if the LA Dojo kid has got any chemistry with him. You never know with these types of things. But Yuma Anzai is going to beat... Actually, we'll have it be Uemura. He could kind of use it a little bit more. Uemura is going to beat Chris Vart. Decent little matchup. I mean, it's not terrible. Yeah, I think we're going to finally run this large haul. Maybe not. It's always a tough sell for me with that large haul because I want to kind of save that for like a last case scenario type of thing. So we'll run here, the convention center. Solid 6K in attendance. So 58 for Coughlin and Vart against Uemura and Umanzai. It's actually really close. It's crazy Vart outperformed him. But yeah, Uemura tapping out Chris Vart with the Boston Crab. Probably the wrong decision, but that's okay. And it's okay. Shingo Takagi beating, or rather losing to Katsuki Nomura to the Boston Crab. Back-to-back Boston Crab finishes. Gotta love that. Both guys off their games, and not the greatest of technical masterclass matches. But an upset, though. An upset win for Katsuki Nomura. Calvin Tankman losing to Hanari here with a spinning spinebuster. That probably wouldn't be the finish, just because Tankman's so goddamn big. Maybe that should be the finish, though. Now, in hindsight, though, thinking about that's a pretty big moment to hit a big-ass spinebuster like that on Calvin Tankman. Yeah, that's cool with the finish. Still like it, selling his back, walking up the ramp after that type of thing. It's an 82, though. It was actually a solid little matchup. Ooh, 70 for Ashino and Hammerstone again. Probably it being a Steel the Show matchup was probably a bad idea, but Ashino did well. Just, yeah, Hammerstone was not even close. Ankle hold for Shitoru Ashino in 12 minutes, though, gets the win. 73 for AJ and Eddie Kingston, so sliding D for Eddie Kingston. He got outperformed. That was a decent little matchup, though. A big 2 points, though, for Eddie Kingston, nonetheless. Hey, the double countout didn't actually go bad. It was only a 77. Hell yeah. Amiro did outperform him. Got the crowd hotter, though. Not bad. A decent little show, but yeah, it definitely was not at the same level as the previous show. That's for sure. As, yeah, we're going to give love to Kingston. Going to give love to Miro. And then, yeah, probably... Yeah, because either Hanari or Tankman. I guess we'll go with Tankman. It's crazy, that was the best match on the card. I really didn't see that one coming. Did not see that coming at all. Alrighty, on to the next night we go. As, yeah, on to... we're almost at the double digits already. It's kind of crazy. It just feels like we just sat down. We're almost at the double digits. But yeah, I mean, obviously we're rolling right along. And, yeah, I mean, at this point, I'm not sure yet. Still up in the air if it's going to be 20 or 24 shows we're doing in this episode. We shall see. It's going to be close. Alrighty, night 8, day 8, whatever you want to call it. It's crazy. Tyler Black and Brian Danielson was only an 82 there. But, yeah, that's going to be a tough show to top. But I think we got a good chance, though, with Hiromu and Ibushi on this card. Also have Evil and Zack Sabre Jr. Sure, that's definitely going to bring the people into the buildings. Satoshi Kojima passing on microphone work to Hayato Tamura here. About to say, I think we've ran everywhere, but we still could probably squeeze in. Yeah, I think we finally have to run the large hall. I'm not wasting it on day 2. Or on a Block D show, though. Block D, we gotta at least run like the Nagoya Congress Center. That's fine by me. Yeah, the Civic Gymnasium will be a sellout, so that's totally fine by me. Definitely the main event will be Hiromu versus Ibushi, as Kota Ibushi's going to beat Hiromu. About to say, they had a heavyweight title matchup, I thought. Oh, they had no title matchup, that's what it was. Yeah, they worked one G1 match. It was the 2021 one, that was a 91. And then I don't know why the Intercontinental title matchup was only a 76. I wonder what happened. I wonder if an injury happened, or if we put it as a steal of show. Not sure what the cause was there, because that definitely would have been a lot better, since that was a 91. Oh yeah, so they're going to be 2-1 for Kota Ibushi getting the win in the rivalry. That's huge. And then I guess we could throw Evil and Zack Sabre Jr. there. Oh, it's a technical masterclass matchup. Never mind. Zack's going to beat him, though, in 20 minutes. Put your fucking carry boots on, Zack Sabre Jr., because there's no way you're going to have a great match with Evil. Maybe you will, though. Who knows? Jay White going to beat Leona Fujinami there in 20 minutes. So yeah, I think now we're going to start the build towards the new move for sure. Gets the big locks and it's just kind of like, I gotta do something. But Pac's going to beat Shibata in 10 minutes. They had a G1 match last year, I want to say. Yes, and it was an 80. Then they had the Royal Quest return matchup, which that was 75. And the year before that too, they worked in the G1, which Pac beat them. Oh, they're 2-2 as a whole. Wow, yeah. A much needed fifth matchup in the series to see who was the better man. Pac getting the win there. And then Taichi, Malachi Black. Taichi's gonna get the win in 20 minutes. Nice win for Taichi. He needs one. Desperately needs one there. So yeah, we gotta switch this around. Yeah, we'll still keep Pac and Shibata here, and yeah, I think that's a solid little card. I was thinking about debuting the newest members of Flight Club here. I was thinking, but I don't think that's the call, actually. Yeah, we'll pump the brakes. We did it on Strong, so that's why I'm not really too pressed about it. Yeah, let's have Jonathan Peck and Darius Lockhart team up, just to kind of see what happens. See what team they should face. Second Velocities, but I don't think they have they're only considered unimportant. Don't want to use Top Flight. Might use Alex Shelley and Kaji Tomato, though. That's a good call. So give Tomato the win over Jonathan Peck. Jonathan Peck shouldn't even be that bad. Like, he should have a solid little match here. We'll see. We shall see. I'll run the show here. See what we get. A 64 for the opener. Boy, Darius Lockhart almost gets outperformed by Jonathan Peck, but they both were terrible in this matchup. At least Jonathan Peck, he loses the Kaji Tomato's Tomato Vine. And yeah, it's a good win for the Kingdom of Strong Style. They desperately could use something, Shelley and Kaji Tomato. Because Shelley's kind of dropping off a little bit. Kaji Tomato hasn't really been the same since Tomato Juice split. So it's just kind of been, man kind of aimlessly walking amongst in New Japan, not really knowing what direction to go to, or who to go with, even, as Zack Sabre Jr. with the Sabre Driver over Evil. Can't believe it was an 80, to be honest. So shout out Zack Sabre Jr. for that. Oof, a 61 for Malachi Black and Tai Chi. Tai Chi being off his game really hurt this matchup. Because not only that, I mean, Malachi Black definitely deserved this win. I try to give Tai Chi some love, and that's what I get for it. Just a whole bunch of shit. Pac beats Shibata with a shooting star press in 10 minutes. Yeah, I figured, again, it was going to hurt as far as the important match perspective, but at least it gets the crowd buzzing. It was a 78, so it's not the end of the world. Ooh, Jay White and Leona Fujinami don't click, so there's that. That's brutal. Jay White, though, with a Blade Runner, at least he outperformed him. Still a 74, so it could have been a lot worse. Main event's got to deliver, though, and it does, as Kota Ibushi with the Phoenix Splash over Hiromu Takahashi in 29 minutes. Again, lack of psychology hurts this match, but it got the crowd hotter, though, so there is that. I'm just happy the main event puts this into the 84 range. Increased our popularity in the regions. Can't beat that, but yeah, oof. Oof. Nice win, though, for Ibushi, and a great effort for Hiromu. Yeah, then I guess we'll put over Zack Sabre Jr. performance he had with Evil. 8 shows in. First 2 nights in the books for each block. As we are coming up on the double digits now. On to night 9 we go. Alrighty, backstage instance. Let's see what it is. Goddamn a lot. This Tanahashi passing on psychology to Yuma Anzai. Satoshi Kojima passing on microphone work to Eira Tomura, and then same thing for Shibata as he's passing on microphone work to SB Kento. So the main event, boy, that's a great question. I mean, Kushida and Tomura makes a lot of sense. I do love Kazuchika Okada and Kyle O'Reilly. Juice Robinson, Pentagon Jr. rules. I really like that card, though. All those matches I like to see. I don't know if they're going to be great, unfortunately, but there's like a lot of good matches there. Yeah, probably not running Kanto. Don't want to run Osaka either. Yeah, it looks like the Hiroshima Sun Plaza. That works for us. We'll go with Kushida and Tamura's the main. Probably a bad idea, but Tamura's going to get another win. So that's 3 straight wins for Heihachi Tamura, who's just been killing it. This has been his summer for sure. He's been unreal. Actually, it's really been his year in 2024. He's been fantastic. Okada and Kyle O'Reilly. Technical Masterclass matchup is Okada going to get the win over Kyle O'Reilly. So there goes that as the co-main. Juice and Pentagon Jr. It will now be it's a steal the show matchup. So we'll see Juice Robinson beating Pentagon Jr. in 13 minutes. So it's a nice win for Juice. He finally gets his first win of the tournament. So there is that. Josh Alexander, Will Hobbs, I guess, will be the co-main now. So Hobbs is going to beat him in 20. Nice win for Will Hobbs. Then Roddy and the Great O'Khan, which I believe is a first-time meeting. And the Great O'Khan will win in 22 minutes. Yes, it is a first-time meeting. A lot of first-time meetings, though. I'm assuming O'Reilly and Okada is. Same thing for Juice and Pentagon Jr. And Josh Alexander and Hobbs might be a match that we've done before, like on a strong or on a... we did in the G1 last year. Hobbs beat him last year, too. So it's 2 straight wins for him. It was an 80 last time, so we'll have to wait and see. We'll bump that below it, yeah. Yeah, I think that's the play. We might go with the Bucks here. Might be a fun opener. Oh, that's right. We had Matt take a vacation, so it's just Nick out there. Never mind on that. We'll see what Rex Steiner and Fred Yai can do. Or even Fred Yai and Tozawa, because I kind of want them to be the junior team of Suzuki-gun, so that kind of made more sense, from that perspective. Yeah, I'm taking on the Velocities. It's a good little match for them. I like it. I like it a lot. As, I'm gonna get another win, too, so that's gonna be nice to see. Hell yeah. Suzuki-gun. Killing it. Nice. Alright. Let's run the show. 71, wow. Yeah, that worked really, really well. Well, I mean, velocities are so good. That's definitely been the one thing I think that I've swung and missed on, was pushing them. Not putting them in a stable really fucked them over, because they should have been in a stable basically from the beginning. Because they were super talented, 69, 67 there, what the chemistry, well, not even the chemistry boost, just the tag team specialist bonus, they outperformed the Suzuki-gun junior team, as Fred Yai tapping out Paris de Silva with the Koji clutch. And so 71, great start to the show though. 74 for Okada and Kyle O'Reilly. Probably could have gave it a little bit more time, now that I'm thinking about it, because it now wasn't considered an important match, but all around I think it was still a good little matchup. A good win for Okada, getting the win with the Rainmaker. As Juice and Pentagon Jr. have great chemistry. So that's a great little matchup there. As Juice with the Pulp Friction. Yeah. Probably we'll see this in AEW. Guess maybe. I guess maybe not a full-on 1,000% like you'll see it, but you'll probably see it. 79 for Roderick Strong of the Great O'Khan. As the Tenzan Tombstone Driver for the Great O'Khan in 22-26 over Roddy. Which, that Tenzan retirement show, we'll definitely be doing that. We probably won't show it, because the main event's probably going to be, like, Tenkoji, and... yeah, probably just Tenkoji against O'Khan and Kitsuya Kitamura. So it's not going to be, the greatest thing in the world. 76 for Josh Alexander, Will Hobbs. The order of business for Will Hobbs over Josh Alexander. It's a nice win. just a decent matchup there. And then 83 for our main event. Hey, out tomorrow with the Auto Driver and 2141 again. At least it was an 81 for the show rating. We should have went with O'Connor and Roddy, though, looks like. But yeah, Taylor Tamura has just been on a roll, and he cannot be stopped at this rate. It seems like he's been a menace to society. And, yeah, we'll give some love to the great O'Connor. He did great in his match with Roddy. Good stuff. We're trying to just kind of bump everybody up, trying to get everybody feeling good morale-wise. On to day 10 we go. I'm sure it's going to be another banger show for Block B. They haven't missed yet. I don't think they will anytime soon. Boy, what we got cooking up for this show? Ray Phoenix and Brody Lee's fun. Tanahashi and Takuya Nomura, that's been a match that we've done before. Naito and Tyler Black, obviously, as that makes a whole lot of sense to be the main event. Makabe and Volter, though, so the United Empire colliding there on this show. That's fun. Some fun stuff there. Backstage incident, though, was Chris Fart was accused of, was brought for Wrestler's Court, accused of being absorbed by his phone. Come on, young lion. You can't be on your goddamn phone. Pay attention now. This is the biggest tournament of the year, and you should probably be out there learning something. So, being on your goddamn phone is, Tanahashi probably shouldn't have just had him buy a crate of beer for the locker room. Probably should have made him do at least 3 months of laundry and at the dojo. You're stuck on laundry duty for the next 3 months. Good luck. As, main event for sure. Tyler Black, Tetsuya Naito. I don't think I need to sell you on how great this match is going to be, but Tyler Black will lose for the first time in this tournament, losing to Tetsuya Naito. That's a great win, though, for Naito. Of course, the man who has been synonymous with the Intercontinental title. Him and Minoru Nakamura, and it just makes sense, I think, from that perspective. Tyler Black, this is what happens when you give them an inch, they take a mile. You push them to the top in about a year's time, and they're complaining about losing to Tetsuya Naito in the main event. God damn it, but the co-main, this is a tough one, because I love Brody and Phoenix, just as from a styles perspective, they're so fucking different, but this should probably be the co-main, though. Tanahashi and Takuya Nomura. I think Takuya Nomura beat him, as the King of Pro Wrestling. That's what it was. Then they had the Never Boy title matchup the next month. So 1-on-1 in title matches, or 1-on-1 in matches in general, just singles-wise, so Tanahashi winning the trilogy match. It's a great chance there for those guys to be on the co-main too, because I think that match should deliver. Then Brody and Ray Phoenix. Brody Lee has been rolling. 3 straight wins. The Exalted one is looking the best he's ever looked right now in New Japan, as far as in that. It's nice to see. Kenta and Doring probably be the steal of the show match. Guess not. As I kind of don't mind that. Have they had a match against each other before is the question. Singles-wise, I'm not really seeing it. Oh, there's one. Joe Doring and Kenta. Oh, it's last year, the G1. It's a 90, and Joe Doring beat him last year. Kenta gets his win back this time around. Doring's stamina's going to struggle there, but I'm cool with it. I'm cool with this, to be honest. Well, actually, no, because we do have to have a Steal the Show matchup, because I can't have this. Unless this is the Steal the Show matchup. Alright, then the opener will be Technical Masterclass matchup. I don't hate that. Volter getting a win over Makabe, though, in 12 minutes, I'm sure. They're going to love that. I'm sure that's got people pleased. Yeah, we'll have Jarvis. Yeah, we'll go with Jarvis and, I was thinking either Gavin McGavin or Gulak. I'll probably go Gavin McGavin. And they'll take on, I'm trying to think of it. There's not I guess Kingdom of Strong Style might go with Cobb. Yeah, we'll go with Cobb and D'Amato. Guess that's kind of our next best thing, and we'll probably have Kaiju D'Amato get a win here. Beat Gab McGavin. Another win for D'Amato. Tough night for United Empire, but it is what it is. At the end of the day, gotta do what you gotta do. Oh yeah, that's a fun card. Fun card. Yeah, I don't hate that, to be honest, being in Ryogoku again. This time, as far as it's going to be probably a sellout, close to a sellout. Yeah, that's fine. That is fine for day 10 here. 63 for the opener. That's not bad. Gavin McGavin was the best guy in the match. So that's what I get for having Gavin McGavin lose. Cobb was off his game, so he's the worst guy in the match. Probably should have had Jarvis and Gavin McGavin win, but what do I know? What do I know there? 78 for Makabe and Volter. Burning Lariat for Volter in 12:26. Yeah, just from a size perspective, Makabe gets hit with that Burning Lariat. It'll put a hole through him type of thing, so that's why I think that finish can get away with that in 12 minutes. 86 for Ray Fenix and Brody Lee. Brody with a big boot. As I'd like to say he cut, as far as Ray Fenix going for the Meteor and Brody catches a midair with it. Be sick. It's a sick finish. It'd be a sick sell too, because you can just kind of fall on your knees and kind of lay back like you just got killed. Be a pretty sick finish. But yeah, 86. Very happy with that. Kenta he's been the MVP of this goddamn tournament. I'll say that right now. It's Joe Doring taking the go to sleep. 26-16. What a match there. 82 for Tanahashi and Takuya Nomura's the high five flow for Tanahashi in 27-12. Yeah, Takuya Nomura's just not really hitting what I thought he would in this matchup. I'm assuming inconsistency? No. Literally, that was the best he could have done, so that's embarrassing. 86, though, for the main event. It's Naito the Destino over Tyler Black. I think that's the right call. If you're going to have Tyler Black lose to somebody, let it be Naito. You get the rematch, no matter what happens for the title. And yeah, that's awesome, though. Great win for Naito. Great night for the Japanese native talent, though. As far as Naito and Tanahashi and Kenta getting big wins. I guess, Tanahashi took on Takuya Nomura, but still. It's a big night, for those three in particular, especially Kenta. He's just been rolling as of late. So yeah, Kenta. We'll go Naito, and yeah, we'll probably have to go Tanahashi there. Actually, let's go Ray Fenix. He didn't even complain about losing to Brody, so that is pretty nice of him. Nice. Alrighty, on to day 11 we go. Oh man, another backstage incident. Always. It's Flamito. He's about for Russ's court, accused of making the best backstage and not cleaning it up, knowing everyone else is the judge. Hiroshi Tanahashi found him guilty and sentenced him to clean it up, then buy drinks right after the show. Alrighty. Yes. As for the main event, yeah, probably Kingston and Claudio. Makes sense. Co-main probably Miro and Shingo and kind of work our way down. Though AJ and Satoru Shino is a good shout for a co-main. But Claudio getting the win as far as Kingston gets distracted by Suzuki. As far as they're on the outside, Suzuki's, as far as Kingston getting into it, rolls back in, and Kingston's kind of yelling at him from inside the ring, and Claudio, as far as European uppercut off the rope, Swiss death. 1, 2, 3. As just a simple little finish there. Claudio, though, nice little bounce back win for him after the double count out. It's Miro and Shingo, though. I mean, this match is going to rule. And Miro's going to beat him. First of all, this has to have had happened before. Yes, Shingo beat him last year in the G1. It was only a 76 when we did it then. That's surprising. But this should be a lot better here, because, I mean, Miro's just on another level right now. And Shingo's really come a long way, too, as of late. It's kind of weird. He dipped a little bit. Now he's right back up where he was. AJ Styles, though, going to be Satoru Shino in 27 minutes. So, yeah, this happened in the New Japan Cup, rather, last year. The only time they faced off against each other. So that's kind of crazy. But AJ getting the win. Shino's a little upset by that. Tankman and Katsuya Nomura going to be 20-minute matchup here. Tankman's going to be Katsuya Nomura. Then Hanare and Hammerstone, I'm assuming, is a steel matchup. It is. As Hammerstone beating Hanare in 13 minutes. That's a big win for Hammerstone. Much needed win. And again, another match that we get to have as a technical match class matchup as the opener. Let's see here. Trying to think of what would be a good call. Yeah, we might go King Mo and Lockhart just to kind of maybe potentially write them off. Or yeah, we got Rocky and Yo. SB Kento and Bushi's a good call too. Yeah, we'll probably do that. SB and Bushi. Trying to think because yeah, they're against Rushmore. So we might go no, not against Rushmore. Trying to they are against, why am I blanking? House of Torture, that's right. So yeah, we can go Ishimori and Parker, which I could have swore. We have never done. Oh, we haven't done before. Okay, I was thinking we had done this before. So that's nice. SB Kendo gonna get the win over Drew Parker. Poor Drew Parker. He's lost a couple times already in this G1 in these undercard matches. It's gonna be a close call. Yeah, that's right. Miro and Shingo is the co-main. Cool. Yeah, let's run L show once we pick the venue here. I think we're going back to the Prefectural Sports Center here for this day. 64 for the opener. SB Kendo and Bushi getting the win over Taiji Shimori and Drew Parker. It's pretty close. Could have won either way, but SB Kendo with a brainbuster. Drew Parker was really off his game too, so that definitely plays a factor into the match. 62 for Nari and Hammerstone. Boy, this is not looking good for the start of this. Is Hammerstone with the Stonebreaker in 12:44. Yeah, as Hammerstone was a little off his game there. 78 though for Tankman and Katsuki Nomura. It's a Tankman driver for Calvin Tankman in 1956. It's a good win for Calvin Tankman. Again, just kind of rolling right along. As Shotaro Ashino, AJ Styles with a 90. As they have pretty good chemistry. This should have been a lot higher. Completely forgot they had pretty good chemistry, so that's nice. AJ Styles, though, with the Styles Clash. You love to see it. As what a match. Definitely should have been the main. As Shingo losing the Miro to the Bullplex in 26:02. That was an 81 in the main event. It's a 78. Claudio beats Kingston thanks to the help of Suzuki. That's a tough break. Tough break there, because that would have really helped us if AJ and Ashino was the main. That's what I get. That's what I get for not believing in Shotaro Ashino and AJ Styles. Yeah, and then probably I put over Shingo. I need to outperform Miro in their matchup. Tough break, just the wrong thing went on last there. And then on to day 12, we go. Again, it's still close. It's as you're seeing this, it's at it's about 11:40 right now in the morning. Still, I guess it's still not technically the afternoon. But so on Wednesday here at East Coast time, definitely want to get this out. As far as obviously, big Dynamite episode today with Vikingo against Kenny Omega. I think everyone's going to be wanting to see that, so I don't want to have something that kind of leads into Dynamite, but it's going to be close. I'm not really sure how much the rendering time is going to be. It's just, I was hoping to get the recording done by 1 is the goal. So it might have to be, we might stop at 20. It's going to be close, but yeah, on to day 12 we go. Alrighty, day 12, as my God, what a show. I already see Hiromu and Zack Sabre Jr., Ibushi and Shibata. Jay White and Malachi Black, that was a fun match too. Pac and Tai Chi, yeah, I love this card. Love it. Oh man, the Young Lions are just fucking being pieces of shit. Moaning about stuff all the time is Kazushi Ghidorah here as he's bumming us out, being Debbie Downer. Tanahashi's like, listen, shut up or cheer up, and if I drink right after the show again, he's getting paid maybe $20 a shot, so maybe we should not have the guy pay for drinks after the show. Just a thought. Just a food for thought. Tanahashi, but I get it. But Hiromu and Zack Sabre Jr., what a match. And Hiromu beats Zack Sabre Jr., first guy to beat Zack since he's been a heavyweight champion. Massive win. Have they had a singles match before? Yes, they had a G1 match last year. Then the finals. Yeah, I completely forgot about that. The finals of the New Japan Cup 2022. Wow. Well, yeah, they were 1-1 going into this match. Yeah, I think it's going to be a banger. God damn it. That was Zack Sabre Jr. Unhappy about it. Yeah, I don't think... Okay, yeah, we'll have this be the co-main. Ibushi and Shibata as, That's crazy we haven't had them as a singles match against each other yet since Shibata's come back. Yeah, Kota Ibushi getting the win there. See what Pac and Tai Chi is going to be. Okay, it's the technical match class matchup. That's fine. Pac's going to win that one. Jay White and Malachi Black. We're going after that. Malachi Black beating Jay White. tough break for Jay White there because Jay lost to Tyler Black, obviously, at the show after Wrestle Kingdom, the New Beginning in the USA show. So that's kind of a tough break. That would have been a nice win for him, for sure, but also could potentially build up to a Tyler Black, Malachi Black against Jay White and Miro. You know, IWGP Tag Team title matchup too, so I don't mind that. Then Fujinami and Evil's probably the steal of the show matchup. It is. It's Evil's going to beat Fujinami in 12 minutes. Yeah, definitely now. I'm feeling the adding the new finisher for Fujinami trend because that is tough to lose like that to Evil. As yeah, now the trying to think what would be a good because I was thinking El Kukui and Robbie Eagles, but we won't do like heavyweight, or we won't do junior versus junior. Rather, we'll do a heavyweight in there for El Kukui, even though he's a lightweight, just to make it a little bit different. We'll have it be Takeda and Sujiura, just so they can get a win, mainly. As yeah, we'll have Sujiura get the win over El Kukui. So at least House of Torture gets something on the night. Nice. I think it's going to be a really good show, though. Be a nice show for day 12. Just gotta pick a venue again. Yeah, don't really want to run the convention. Yeah, we're avoiding that large hall, like the fucking Black Plague. Yeah, we'll go with the Akita Perfectional Gymnasium. That's fine by me. Alright, a 66 for the opener. Rob Eagles, best guy in the match by far. Probably the wrong team won, but I'm still happy Sujiura gets a win here. As he beats El Kukui in 9:32. That's a nice performance, though, from El Kukui with a 55. Tai Chi losing to Pac to the 450 splash in 20 minutes. Nice win for Pac. 63, oh my god, for Evil and Fujinami. It's Evil, the Dark, the Scorpion. Fujinami is really off his game. This match just fucking sucked. That is definitely not a G1 standard. It's Jay White losing to the end of the line by Malachi Black in 25-23. Tough break there for Jay White. But a good win for Malachi Black, though, nonetheless. 77 for Shibata and Ibushi. It's Ibushi for the Phoenix Splash in 20 minutes. It's a great win for Ibushi there. In our main event, it's an 85. Hiromu beating Zack Sabre Jr. with the time bomb in 28-36. Again, a lack of psychology. Got the crowd hotter, though, somehow. So that's nice to see. Great main event. Saves the show. And boy, that Pac Tai Chi match was a lot better than I anticipated. That's a... Really, I mean, Hiromu and Zack, you figure that was going to be, can't miss. But we'll put some love for Ibushi there because that really could have been a terrible show if he didn't put on a great performance against Shibata there. That could have been pretty dangerous. Pretty dangerous indeed. As on to day 13, we go. Alrighty, they got us in Osaka Joe Hall, which is fine since we ran Osaka Joe Hall here last year. Boy, what a show with Nakamura and Ashino, though. Whew. 99. I mean, I think the right call is to have Okada and the Great Okan in the main. I think that's the call. Sonata. I can't wait for his new picture to come in now that he shaved his beard. He definitely looks like a main guy now. Top guy, for sure. Top guy Sonata with the clean cut. Wins the New Japan Cup. Maybe we'll actually... I think really, it's crazy because I think for, when Muda said for like a shoot that he wanted his last match to be against Naito because, as far as he's a top guy, and I think that probably hurt Sonata a lot, and I'm probably like, alright, I gotta change something. Something's gotta happen. Because, yeah, that definitely, that should have probably been his match when you kind of think about it, and it wasn't the case. But, it is what it is. Maybe they'll help, elevate him, who knows, but it was creating a great move backstage, though. My god, that. Yeah, I mean, last year's tournament's just going to be so OP compared to this year's. Tough to compete. But this Okada Great Okan match should be a hell of a matchup. 28-minute matchup. Okada gets another win here. Beats the Great Okan. Tough break for Okan, but that's a hell of a match, though. Nonetheless, Hayato Tamura and Pentagon Jr. can go next. Yeah, Tamura's going to be Pentagon Jr. Another guy who keeps his winning ways going. Will Hobbs and Kyle O'Reilly can go here. Except for Steal the Shows, Will Hobbs is going to beat Kyle O'Reilly in 13 minutes. See what Alexander and Kushida is. Oh, wow. Kushida rather beating Josh Alexander. That's a huge upset. Then Juice Robinson and Roderick Strong. As Juice going to beat Roderick Strong. This is actually going to be a little bit higher Yeah, I think we'll swap that with that. Yes, and then we'll have a yeah, we'll have. Trying to think if we should go with a yeah, we'll go 6-man, 6-man for the opener. We will go with Francesco, Rocky, and Yo taking on the Drew Gulak, Lee Moriarty, and we'll go with Gavin Gavin. And this time I'll have Gavin Gavin get a win. We'll have him beat Rocky. Rocky just keeps on losing. Keep on racking up L's. Nice. Nice. So, I mean, they have us at the Osaka Joe Hall, which I don't know. It'll be damn near a sellout. It won't exactly be a sellout, but it'll be pretty damn close. I think we should just run this Osaka Prefectural Gym instead. I think that's the call. Let's see what day 13 brings us, though. So 74 for the opener. That actually went really well. Thanks to United Empire, specifically. Gavin McGavin tapping out Rocky Romero there in 17 minutes. It's a good performance. I mean, Gavin McGavin outperformed everybody on Chaos's side. That's pretty crazy. Hobbs and Kyle O'Reilly have a banger there. That's a solid little steal the show matchup. That's an 80. 74 for Kyle O'Reilly, 71 for Will Hobbs. Will Hobbs gets outperformed, but gets the win with the order of business. Got the crowd buzzing there, too, so that's just a great start. Then Kushida beating Josh Alexander with Kushida lock in 23-40. It's a big win for Kushida there. 76 for Juice and Roderick Strong. Juice with the Pulp Friction in 1933. This also got the crowd hotter somehow. Not really sure how, but Tamura beating Pentagon Jr. with the Hayato Driver in 21-58. It's a great win for Tamura. Then the main event is an 85 as Okada with the Rainmaker over the Great Okan. Yeah, I mean, Okada's just... I mean, you're kind of hitting another gear right now. Is Okada somehow, some way? I think you're seeing the motivation. Lost in the main event to Zack as far as getting it, jumped by the Court of Justice. I think just kind of looking at the writing on the wall, he's kind of like, man, we need something. Chaos needs something, and I think he's putting a lot of pressure on himself, specifically doing that. But it might work out. It just might work out. We shall see. So we'll put over Okada, obviously. We'll put over probably honestly Hobbs and Kyle O'Reilly. Like, that match was really, really good. That match was quite the banger. Good shit there. So yeah, on to the next night we go. Alrighty, day 14. They still want us in the Osaka Joe Hall. Give it a rest. See what the backstage incidents are. So Nari was brought for a wrestler's court, accused of being absorbed by his phone. He should have been paying attention to a locker room meeting. Way to go, Nari, you fucking prick. As the judge, she found him guilty and sentenced to buy a crate of beer for the locker room. And Shibata passing on the microphone to SB Kento. Nice. Man, what a main and co-main. I mean, Tanahashi Naito's got to be the main, just off of name alone. Walter and Kenta probably should be the co-main, but that Makabe Ray Phoenix match was really enticing. Plus, Tyler Black and Joe Doring on this card. And yeah, just Block B is just so fun. It's just top to bottom. It's banger after banger. We're going to run the Nagoya Civic Gymnasium again is the question. I kind of want to, but at the same time, I think we've kind of overstayed our welcome just a little bit. I think we should run somewhere else if we can. Yeah, I think we're going to have to run the convention center. Or we can run one of these. Yeah, I think this convention center is the play, unfortunately. Just sucks that business is so down right now. Because it's a brutal start. To not being able to have as much money as we should because of that. But yeah, Tanahashi Naito main event. Nice win for Hiroshi Tanahashi here. Naito gets the big win the night before, or I guess the nights before. It's a great night for Tanahashi, though, to beat Naito, and it's crazy. I mean, obviously, I try to not do too many major matches, like, all the time, and obviously this match is a major match, and when we did it at the New Beginning Osaka, couple of years back. I think that was the right call to do it because it still had been a while since the last kind of big time program. And to wait so long to do it again and have Tanahashi beat him, I think that's the right call. Right call for sure. I'm going with Walter and Kenta. That's the co-main. And Walter's going to beat him. Alright, so it's a Steel Show matchup in 10 minutes. I don't know how I feel about that. So I guess that's not going to be the co-main. Makabe and Rey Fenix, this is the Technical Masterclass matchup. Okay. As Makabe gets his first win, he beats Rey Fenix. I think that's the best guy for him to beat the first time around. Former juniors that have elevated to the heavyweight scene. And yeah, I just think that makes sense for all parties. And then Tyler Black, Joe Doring can go here. Tyler Black's going to beat Joe Doring in 20 minutes. It's a nice win for Tyler Black. Yeah, I think we're making an audible switch. Brody Lee and Takuya Nomura is going to be the Steal the Show matchup. This will now be a normal match. Walter is going to beat him at around 26 minutes. We'll sell that Kenta, he's just struggling to get him up for the GTS. As just, using his strength, he's using his power to just overcome Kenta, and he beats him eventually there. But that's going to be a fun-ass match. Takuya Nomura going to beat Brody Lee, though, so Brody's run ends there. Still a great start for Brody. Just runs into Takuya Nomura. So we'll give that 10 minutes, because I don't know how long, as far as Brody might deal with struggling stamina-wise. Might struggle a little bit. Yeah, we might go with... Actually, I think it would be nice to see Jason Lee in either Fuminori Abe or Shun Skywalker. Either way. I think we'll go with Shun Skywalker. Have them take on Reynolds and Silver in the opener. As we'll have... I'm trying to think. Have we even done this before? Because I'm sure we have. Yeah, we did this on a strong taping last year. Reynolds and Silver won that. Kind of want to give him the win again here, though, unfortunately, for John Silver and Jason Lee. I think John Silver over Shun Skywalker is the play. We'll see. See if I'm right. Guess we can make it a 6-man. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, let's do that. Let's have, Black Taurus in there. And Shun Skywalker, Jason Lee, and Abe. Yeah, I think that's the play. So yeah, this has also happened though. This happened during the New Japan Cup, which Dark Order won that matchup. I think this time around we're going to switch it up. Yeah, we'll have Shun Skywalker beat Alex Reynolds. So just a tough day for Dark Order, but that's fine. We can have a tough day because they'll have a better day maybe in the future. It just kind of makes sense. What goes around comes around, type of thing. Yes, we got our venue set, so we're good to go. 80 for the opener. Wow, that did a lot better than I expected, mainly because of Fuminori Abe there with the 80. Alex Reynolds being involved the finish. I guess him and Shun Skywalker did exactly the same, but the right team wins, obviously, because of Abe. Solid start to the show, that's for sure. It's an 80 here from Makabe and Rey Fenix. The arm trap German suplex for Daniel Makabe over Rey Fenix. Again, just the juniors that have elevated to the heavyweight scene. Killing it there. Showing what they can do, and Rey Fenix has been incredible, and Makabe gets his first win of the tournament. Much deserved win there. As Brody Lee and Takuya Nomura, they have excellent chemistry, or great chemistry rather, so they have a fun little matchup there. Got the crowd buzzing too for this matchup, so that's nice. Takuya Nomura with the Dragon Suplex in 10-17. Not bad at all. An upset for Takuya Nomura. Slight upset, but an upset nonetheless. Tyler Black with the curb stomp over Joe Doring. What I like about the curb stomp, he doesn't really do this too often, but you could do that from the middle or top rope to really put it over as well. I think that's probably what that would be, the finish for it, to really put over how big Joe Doring is, to have him jump from the middle or top rope, get a lot more elevation. Kenta losing to Walter, though. It sucks they don't click. That's probably why this was a Steal the Show matchup now I'm thinking back, but that's okay, as Walter gets the win with the Golden Bomb at 26-29. It's a big win. It's a good match, though, even with the bad chemistry, and then Tanahashi with a high fly flow over Tetsuya Naito, gets the crowd hotter again. What a win for the Ace. Main eventing the show, getting the win. That's a hell of a show, though. An 83, 4 80s and the ups, and then Walter and Kenta would have been if it wasn't for bad chemistry. Just all around hell of a show. Yeah, we'll put over Makabe, we'll put over we'll put over Tanahashi, Makabe, and then really not sure who else. Probably Fuminori Abe, to be honest, for what he did in the opener. Like, that was pretty impressive. Hell yeah. Hell fucking yeah. So yeah, on to Block C we go. I think we might actually be able to pull off 24 shows this episode. It's going to be close. Going to be close. I think we can do it, though. Alright, show 15. We're almost a little... we're still not even close to the halfway point at this rate, actually. I was thinking we were close to it, but we'll probably be a little bit more close to it once we get into the 20s. But, boy, what shall be the main event here? Because you have, former Task Force Death members. I think that should probably be the main, honestly. I know Claudio and Shingo is going to rule. That'll be the co-main, though. That's a solid co-main. So Toshiko G and Pascal microphone work. 2 head out tomorrow. Just Claudio just hasn't really been the best guy to main event shows as of late. So maybe a change of scenery might work out for us. But Ashino's going to beat Eddie Kingston in 20 minutes. It's a great win for Satoru Ashino there. Claudio and Shingo. Shingo is going to beat Claudio too, so I think that upset's going to be fun to see as well. Because, yeah, Claudio hasn't... I'm trying to think, when was his actual... Because I thought we had him lose in a tag match. Yeah, the turn was... Yeah, there was the Rushmore turn at the New Japan Cup. It was the first time he actually got pinned. But this is the first time he's lost in a singles match. So that's a pretty major feat for Shingo Takagi. And that's massive. Absolutely massive to see. So Shingo's got a U.S. title matchup in the future. God damn it, Claudio. Why people always got a bitch about losing? So Tankman and Miro can go here, because that match is going to rule as well. Miro's going to beat Tankman now. I like that. I'm assuming this is the technical masterclass matchup. It is. AJ's going to beat Hanare, which will mean Hammerstone and Katsuya Kitamura is the steal of the show matchup, which Hammerstone's going to win. So Hammerstone, he's gotten a couple of wins as of late. This is a nice one, though, to beat Katsuya Kitamura. I like that. Think we'll show off the Young Lions here. It's going to be risky, but I think we can do it. Love Taguchi with Yumanzai. Oh, yeah, he was on last week's show. I'm trying to think what would be a good... We might go with Harada, though. We might go with a Chaos teaming. Yeah, we might go with Harada. Trying to think, because Goto's not important anymore. Francesco's not... Oh, he is recognizable, at least. Okay, so yeah, we'll go Harada and Francesco. Trying to think, because, yeah, we have a Task Force Death match. But it doesn't really work out, because the only person that's in Task Force Death that's not in the tournament is Shota Umino. And that's it, so... We might... Just might have to go with something else. Yeah, we got, could use potentially Rex Steiner in either Yeihai or Tozawa. Yeah, we also, we haven't used Narita in a hot minute, so we might go with Narita. And, yeah, we might just go Narita in either Fredericks or Coughlin. Yeah, let's go out with Coughlin, actually. Mainly this is just to get Harada a win over Ren Narita is the reason why this match is taking place. It's a solid little match, though. We'll give him 18 minutes, too. We'll give him some time. See what they can do with it. Yeah, definitely not Sumo Hall. That's for sure. Honestly, I don't mind running the large hall here. If we gotta run it, we might as well just do it here. It's fine by me. See what happens. As a 65 of the opener. Oof. Ren Narita and Alex Coughlin do not have chemistry. So there's that. But Francesco's the best guy in the match because of that. As a sliding lariat for Harada over Ren Narita. At least the Chaos team gets a win, though. They desperately need it. AJ beats Hanare at the Styles Clash. That was a nice win. Nice performance from AJ, too. Just Hanare not on the same level there. Hammerstone and Katsuya Kitamura was the same as far as 58s for both guys. A 64 for Alexander Hammerstone. He wins the Stonebreaker. We're trying. We're trying with old Alexander Hammerstone. We're not giving up on him yet. Probably should have by this rate, but just won't do it. Miro and Calvin Tankman have a great little matchup here. It's an 80. It's Miro with an 82. Gets to win the game over Calvin Tankman, who gets a 79. Got the crowd hotter, too, so that's nice to see. Damn. Claudio and Shingo don't have chemistry. Well, that sucks. Pumping Bomber for Shingo. He gets the win over Claudio. They have the U.S. title matchup, but now, because it's going to be an awkward bout, we might just waste that on a strong taping. Who knows? Because that's brutal. Brutal to see. So I'm really happy we put this at the large hall now. As Eddie Kingston, Shotaro Ashino, they have great chemistry, though. Pull off a great little main event matchup. Ashino with the T-Bone Suplex 27-41. Got the crowd hotter, too. Sucks that it's an 81. It still was an 80 overall show. At least, I mean, that was... For a Block C show, we haven't had a lot of luck as of late. That was at least the best one. So thank God we didn't have Claudio and Shingo main event, though. Boy, that would have been a mistake and a half. But yeah, Ashino, Shingo, and we'll go AJ. 15 shows in the books. Just like that, though. My God. What a run we've had, though. No one's gotten hurt, thank God. It just takes one injury to really fuck things up. Because that definitely would be a major blow. It sucks, because, like, last year's tournament was probably better at this rate. At this point in the tournament, it's just once Okada got hurt, which it was really soon, that kind of derailed, like, the whole momentum of the tournament. That hasn't happened here yet, luckily, but, it just takes one. It just takes one major injury, and it's like, fuck, you know, it just derails everything. But, yeah, now on to day 16, and, yeah, it's looking like we should be able to get 24 shows in, so that's going to be exciting. As, let's see what this is. Contract negotiating for Drew Parker. Perfect. Yeah, on to day 16, we go. I'm not sure where we're going to run this show at. Probably will not be Ryogoku, though. Well, Zack Sabre Jr. and Kota Ibushi's the main, and Jay White and Pac's the co-main. We got that figured out. What a match. And Ibushi beats him. So Zack Sabre Jr. falling to Kota Ibushi there. I think that's the right call. And, yeah, Ibushi with a major win. Future heavyweight title matchup there. As far as, I'm trying to think back. Because, yeah, Kota Ibushi beat him. We had that match with the first G1. That's crazy. That was the only singles match we've had. So let's say, because Zack had just beaten Ibushi at the Road to King of Wrestling. Kind of why. And that was... What was I thinking that Zack had... So they never interacted, yeah, because that was their last match, was 2013. So that's crazy. They haven't even been in the same ring since then. So a long time coming. It's a fresh match, and it's a major victory for Kota Ibushi with 2 straight wins over Zack Sabre Jr. That's the right call, for sure. As Jay White and Pac, though, that's going to be a fun match to see. Pac beats Jay White. Tough break for Jay White there, but Pac has been rolling. He gets the win there. Hiromu versus Fujinami. Tactical Mask Class matchup. Here we go. There's where we bust out the submission. So, I need to give him a submission. As I was not really thinking. So I was like, I don't know when's the next one going to be. But right now. So we will be kind of brainstorming a little bit. As Taichi going to beat Katsuri Shibata. As Shibata's going to be a little upset by that. And he can't really work that long of a match too. So that's just a brutal affair. Evil versus Malachi Black. Malachi Black going to beat Evil. The antithesis of Evil is that match there. But, yeah, Fujinami, because obviously, I kind of want him, it would be sick to do the skull end, honestly, but obviously, you know, that's Sonata's finish, so kind of wouldn't work. Because, like, Fujinami, you know, he did the Dragon Sleeper. I don't want him to straight up just do the Dragon Sleeper, because I think being able to do his own thing would really work out. Maybe a Fujiwara armbar, just to kind of harken back to a bygone era, if you will, because that could, you know, work out. Plus, it's a double underhook suplex, so it kind of works on the arm a little bit for his suplex. Yeah. You know, it's a Fujiwara armbar. Maybe we'll call it a Fujinami armbar, and it can kind of do something that hasn't really been done before. Oh, yeah, I know what it... So, Bryan Danielson used to do this. I forget what he called it, but it was the, he would do the double underhook suplex, and then he would do it, like, it wasn't, like, midair. If it was midair, it'd be crazy. I'm trying to think, I don't think it was midair. I'm pretty sure he would hit the double like, the, Tiger Driver, but then do an armbar afterwards. We could kind of do that here with Fujinami, but instead it's a double underhook suplex, and it looks like he's going for it, then transitions mid-air as he's, like, kind of rotating up while his opponent's, like, in the air, coming up for the double underhook suplex, he like just drops one arm and puts it in an armbar. Like that'd be a sick. That's a sick finish. Someone should steal that. Fujinami as the. Yeah, well, just the Fujinami armbar is what we will call that. Oh, maybe we should call it the lock. I'm not sure. The Fujinami. I don't know why I can't say Fujinami for some reason. But yeah, the Fujinami bar. Love it. Weight difference though should be 2 classes though, because it's got to be a pretty small dude for him to hit that on. Yes. Oh, we'll have that be the regular finish. I was thinking of having that be the secondary finish, but that's... Yeah, I like it. So that's that finish for that matchup. Hopefully he does it. For the opener, trying to think here. What will be the go-to here? Kind of want to see Velocities again. Kind of want them to be the team that's pretty established. That's going to be kind of tough, though, to do, I think. Boy, I really want it to be El Phantasmo and the Headhunter, but that's a terrible idea. Terrible idea. Flyer's recognized, but we don't have another, like, Cruiser, or, how about to say Cruiser, Junior for him to work with. Yeah, I think we're just going to go with Flamita and Del Sol. Yeah. Good call. Yeah, because Dorada's still hurt. Obviously, Riley Lee's not going to be involved in the finish, but I think that's the right call. I think it's the right call. We'll see. But yeah, Drew London's going to beat Flamita. Sick. All right. Yeah, we got to pick a venue, though. I completely forgot about that. Yeah, so we'll run the Nagoya Pacific General Gymnasium, though. For this show, at least. I mean, it's actually between Kota Ibushi. That's definitely a big main event. 77, though. Wow, this did a lot better than I anticipated. Again, great job at the Velocities. As Drew London tapping out Flamita. It's a great match. Great opener. We'll take it 77. 78 for Hiromu in Fujinami as the Fujinami armbar for Leona Fujinami. 22-26. That's a great guy to debut that move on, too, because Hiromu's kind of small. So he could definitely make that work. It's a dangerous move for sure, though, because, I mean, you really got to be on your P's and Q's. Really got to do it. But I think it also, I think it could work, but also it could kind of go terribly wrong, because you might actually end up pulling the guy's arm out of socket if you kind of yank too hard. If you pull at the wrong time, you kind of have to gimmick it, but once you got it on there, though, it probably looks sick. Oof. As this is a 59. This is terrible. That's Malachi Black with a roundhouse kick over Evil. At least Malachi Black outperformed him, but God, that was terrible. Awkward belt there, just oof. 61 then for Shibata and Taichi. I mean, this has just been brutal so far. Taichi gets the window in 17:39. Brutal match. Brutal G1 match. That 88 though for Pac and Jay White. There we go. We get it back up here for the 450 splash win for Pac over Jay White. And yeah. Hell of a match. And the 91 for our main event, Ibushi with the Phoenix Plex over Zack Sabre Jr. First of all, the Phoenix Plex in a G1 match is crazy. But second of all, what a match. Sucks that, again, psychology's hurting some of these main events. It just kind of is what it is. It's our curse. It's our cross to bear. That's fine. Ibushi. We'll probably go Ibushi, Zack, and I don't want to do Pac again, honestly, because we've been kind of... maybe. He kind of deserves it, though. Yeah, let's do it. Fuck it. The Pac we go. Yeah, what a show. That's a nice show for Block D there. Hell yeah. So on to day 17 we go. Back around the loop to Block A. Yeah, we'll definitely take a look at the standings after day 42, day 24. Fucking dyslexia popping up. But, yeah, I mean, so far, I think a lot of, I would say each block basically has a story, that's being told. So that's nice to see. We've seen some major upsets already. We've seen champions fall, and yeah, we just keep it rolling on to almost into August already. So that's kind of crazy to think. And I got some Budokan here for Block A, which I think that's fair. Because of that main event. Again, I mean, Okada, Juice, That's a big time show. Yeah, I mean, it won't sell it out, but it'll be pretty close, and that's fine. I'll take pretty close. But Okada and Juice wins. Thanks to interference from the headhunter. Major win. Major win for Juice there. Kazuchika Okada's run comes within there, and I think that's the right call, though. I think that from a story perspective, makes sense. And Juice, I mean, I don't think Juice has ever beaten Okada. I'm assuming he hasn't. He might have gotten one. Oh, wow, he did. The first G1. He beat him. That's crazy. Other than that, it's been all Okada, and every time it's been around the 80s. I think this will be the first time it's going to be in the 90s, though. I really do believe that. Because Juice has gotten better. It's just kind of crazy to think. Since then, that Kushida Will Hobbs match is very, very fun. But that should definitely be a Hobbs, like, beatdown type of, yeah. They just, just too much for him. Too much size. You can't do anything with it. It'd be a fun match to see, and a fun match to put together. Like Kushida trying to get like a Kushida lock on him, and Hobbs just kind of stands up, and like he's trying to do it like standing, and he still can't even do it. And like Will Hobbs just like does a big ass like wind up slam out of it. Do a lot of fun stuff like that. Co-main's tough because I really like that Tamura Roderick Strong match, but I don't know if it should be the co-main. But again, Tamura just running away was Block A. He's just been unreal. Picking up win after win after win. O'Reilly in the Great O'Khan's a fun match, though, but that technical masterclass matchup, I hate that Great O'Khan keeps on losing these technical masterclass matches. I think he should win this one. I really do. I love Kyle O'Reilly, but this is one that O'Khan should probably win. And Pentagon Jr., Josh Alexander. Pentagon Jr. beating Josh Alexander. I love that. That had to have happened in Impact. I'm sure it did. That seems like a match they would have booked. It's a match I would have booked. And that's for sure. They probably worked out really well together. Oh, yeah, it's a solid little show. Solid little card. I think we're going to have the Headhunter and El Phantasmo team up, though. So we'll just go ahead and just have it be it's the Headhunter. I know they don't click, but we kind of need something for the opener, and I think that's the match that makes the most sense. So we'll go with Francesco, and we'll go Harada. I like that. And we'll have Francesco beat El Phantasmo. But yeah, I think that's the right call. Hopefully that match doesn't shit the bed. It's not going to be great, but it's not going to be terrible, I don't think. We'll see, though. Yeah, 67. It could have been better. It's a decent little matchup. As, Francesco with the Utaka in 948. It was close, though. It could have went either way. But yeah, it could have been better. Could have been worse, though, in that same breath. At 82 for the next matchup is Kyle O'Reilly. He does outperform the Great O'Khan. It's a tough break. Because O'Khan just needs to win more than Kyle O'Reilly needs to win at this rate. And, Cobra Clutch win, though, for the Great O'Khan in 1944. Oof. As too short for the match as such an important match in the eyes of the audience, but I don't think that was really going to matter because 69 and 74 from Haas and Kushida, not the greatest of ratings there. And order of business though for Will Hobbs in 13 minutes. That's a fun match. So I always love like a nice styles clash like that, where it's just one giant motherfucker and one small junior, and just kind of welcome to the heavyweights. Kushida, this is something you've wanted for about a decade now. Well, you now get it firsthand on why maybe it's not the best idea as far as running into Will Hobbs like that. Pentagon Jr. Josh Alexander was a nice little 74, though. Josh Alexander, he did outperform him, but the fear factor for Pentagon Jr. in 20 minutes. Love it. Love the match. Roderick Strong and A.L. Tamura, though, with a 78 as the just face lock from Tamura on Roderick Strong. 71 for Roddy, 70 for Tamura. He was really off his game, so it would have been a little bit better, but just what a run Tamura's had so far in this G1. Damn. 79. As Okada really fucks this one up. But hey, Juice gets the win. Thanks to the interference from the Headhunter. It's Pulp Friction for Juice Robinson there in 28 minutes. Boy, that's got a sting if you're Kazuchika Okada, though. And popularity brings us down again. God damn it, this G1 has just not hit as well as I thought it would. It's crazy the Great O'Khan and Kyle O'Reilly was the best match on the card. And we'll put over Juice Robinson. Thanks a lot, Okada. You had one job, and you blew it. Absolutely blew it. It's on to day 18 we go, though, as far as for Block B. Hopefully we get something going, and we can... it should be. Block B has been the block so far, and hopefully they keep us afloat here, going into the 20s now, and almost into August, too, which is just crazy to think. But yeah, hopefully we can get back into the popularity-wise of this show, of this tour, rather, in general, because it hasn't really gone our way. Alrighty, as day 18, see what we got as far as, man, Kenta and Tyler Black definitely is the main, first of all. Second of all, the Ray Phoenix Walter match, again, we talked about kind of the heavyweight guys against the junior guys. That's a fun-ass match there as well. As Shibata passing on tips on microphone work to SB Kento. The AJ and Ibushi, though, that's obviously a hell of a main event. Yeah, about to say, we can't run there again. But we can run the Hiroshima Sun Plaza, though. Day 9, I don't hate that. Kenta and Tyler Black, though, what a match. And Kenta beats Tyler Black. Again, I think that's the right call. As far as Kenta's been incredible, he's done everything that we've kind of asked him to in this series, besides being the Intercontinental Champion. He's been the Never Openweight Champion, the U.S. Champ, the Tag Champ, Heavyweight Champ, of course, but hasn't been the Intercontinental Champion. I think that's a great... Anytime you have something like that, as far as from a goal perspective, it's always an easy story to tell. As far as a guy who's trying to fill that resume, he's trying to knock, every box off in New Japan, and is trying to conquer all worlds, if you will. And that's a great match, though, for Kenta and Tyler Black. That's probably going to be one of, if not the best match of the entire tournament. And then Ray Phoenix is going to be Walter. Love it. So we saw Walter lose, we saw Walter what he can do against guys that use that kind of size, as far as like Tanahashi and Kenta, as far as using his size to his advantage, and Walter too, beating Makabe. So now finally that size advantage comes back to not help him out. The speed, quickness, it's just too much for him, and he can't keep up, he can't hit him, as far as he's like trying to swat at a fly type of thing, and he's just whiffing every time. And Ray Phoenix using that speed, and as far as he gets the win. And I think that's an awesome match to have for Ray Phoenix to beat Walter in, and then Naito and Brody Lee. Do they not have chemistry is why this match is so low on the card? Probably not, because, that first match was an 85. They've had some fun matches. They've had some big-time matches, too. They had the First Blood match at King of Pro Wrestling, had the U.S. title match at Dominion, New Japan Cup Finals. Yeah, that was our second, New Japan Cup that we booked. So, they've had a couple of matches back and forth. And have Naito win again in, 12 minutes? I don't know about that. But Tanahashi's going to beat Joe Doring in 20 minutes. As far as Triple Crown Champ and IWGP Heavyweight Champion. They've only had the one singles match. It's a New Japan Cup match 2 years ago. It was at 85 back then. We'll see how it goes this time around. Joe Doring's stamina's going to be a problem, though. So that will probably mean Takuya Nomura and Daniel Makabe. Actually, we'll have that go after Naito and Brody. That's crazy. That match is so low on the card. Yes, but Takuya Nomura is going to beat Daniel Makabe in 20 minutes. I think that's the right call. I don't know, though. I mean, Makabe's going to outperform him, though, so you do have that as well. So we can't do anything as far as Task Force Death and House of Black, so we can't really do that. It's just, I think, again, we probably should go back to the Young Lions here. It's probably a good call. As far as Yuma Anzai, and then we'll go with Yuya Koroku as, trying to think who we should then... I was just thinking Bushi and SB Kento. I guess we could have done Bushi and SB Kento against Dark Order, but I think this is fine, though. This is fine. Yeah, as Bushi gonna... SB Kento should probably get the win there. Alright. Did we pick the venue? Yes, we did. I thought we did. Just want to double check. So 62 for the opener. It's Bushi and SB Kento beating the Young Lions there. Sucks that Yumanzai is not really that great compared to what I thought it was going to be, but SB Kento with the SB Shooter, though. He's almost in the he's almost in the 60s. He's getting there. Slowly but surely. Yeah, Takuya Nomura off his game. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Gets the win with the Dragon Suplex, though, and I'm just not sure what the fuck's going on with him. He's a hot mess right now. It's brutal. Naito beats Brody Lee with the Destino. It being so short, I think it actually kind of helped the match a little bit. Got the crowd buzzing. We knew it was going to deliver, and it does. It's not as far as Naito with the Destino in 10:24. 74 for Doring and Hiroshi Tanahashi. As Tanahashi with the high fly flow over Joe Doring in 1950. As, the color commentary gave that a boost as well. Doring was visibly tired towards the end, plus Tanahashi was off his game, so just kind of a bit of a miss, all things considered. 86, though, for Ray Phoenix and Volter. So that ruled. And Meteora for Ray Phoenix. Good stuff. Just lack of psychology, which sucks, because I feel like the psychology would have been there, just from a little man, big man match, but that's just me. It got the crowd hotter, though. In the main event of 91, Tyler Black, I don't know what happened there, but doesn't really perform the level he should have. Kenta with the Psycho D after the Kenta combo in 29-30. What a win, though, for Kenta. Major 2 points and a major victory there. Gets a Intercontinental title matchup no matter what happens. And, yeah, gotta put over Kenta, gotta put over Ray Phoenix, and gotta put over Volter. Just a great night for Block B. That's for sure. So almost in the 20s now. On to day 19 we go for Block C. And once we get to Block D for day 20, then it's the final 4 shows. So just like that. Hard to believe it. I literally feel like we just sat down, but I know it's got to been at least an hour, maybe even more. But yeah, we are rolling right along. Again, no injuries. Everything's going our way. Day 19, as far as the main event, probably Kingston and Shingo, if we're going to be honest. I don't know, though. Claudio Entanglement, I think if that was going to be a main event for Claudio to get, as far as maybe some good juju going his way, that's probably the match it will be. New Japan World, backstage incident, let's see what it is. That's Shibata passing on microphone work to SB Kento. Ashino Honori is probably the technical match class match, though that's probably a solid little matchup, if we're going to be honest there. Claudio beats Tankman. I like this match from a perspective of, you think of Claudio's finishers, Neutralizer, Swiss Death, all these moves that, as far as being able to physically lift a guy up. They got somebody in there like Tankman. Obviously, we've seen that Claudio is strong as shit. But it would kind of be great to see him be able to do something a little different. But also could be, as far as just the moment of him hitting a Neutralizer on Calvin Tankman would be pretty sick, though, too. In that same breath. Does he have did we give him this fucking, the Brock Lock, the fucking stretch muffler? Because we should probably have that be a sub. Yeah, well, Claudio's gonna get the win, but yeah, we'll probably add that to the arsenal. To El Arsenal. Yes. See if they got the... It's probably under Brock Lock, if I had to guess. Oh, no, there it is. Okay. Hell yeah. I love it. Love it. Should bring back the Ricola bomb while we're at it, but that's a story for another time. Yeah, Kingston and Shingo, I'll keep that as the co-main. I really do think that should be the co-main. And Kingston, though, after Shingo beats Claudio, Kingston comes in and wins over Shingo, which this is the first time meeting, so I love that. Second of all, this match would absolutely rule and should happen in the real world, but don't know if it's going to happen. I really don't. Hanare and yeah, I'm just going to add this because I think this is the technical mascot championship, and it is. Shino's going to win 20 minutes. I'm assuming this is then steal the show, Hammerstone and Miro. It is, and Miro gets another... Miro's just running through guys. I mean, it's pretty remarkable to see. He's been on a run. AJ beats Kitamura. Pretty straightforward stuff. Pretty straightforward. Yeah, I mean, I kind of would like to see the Bucks take on... I was thinking maybe even the Junior Tag Champs. I really don't think that's the right call. Maybe Gresham and Moriarty. So it's kind of half and half. It's the Junior Champ and the Junior Tag Champ. As we're going to give the Bucks a win. I kind of want to see Nick Jackson, Jonathan Gresham for the Junior Heavyweight title. Probably the only man to have said that out loud. But in this save, I think this would work as a match. So, that's fine by me. I don't know if I'll do it on a strong. I don't know if I'll do it on the semifinals or the finals. Probably the semifinals. But I don't know why I was looking in America. That would be awesome to run some G1 shows back in America. It's been a while since we've done that. That would be pretty cool. Probably could have done that for this one. Maybe have the end. That could be an interesting idea. I don't know. It's up in the air. Up in the air regarding that. Yeah, the key to Perfectional Jam, that's fine for day 19 here. Yeah, I think we got a pretty solid show, though. See how it runs. Goddamn. It's a lot better than I expected there for the opener. But the 88 is Nick Jackson pitting Jonathan Gresham with the Belter driver. It's a fun match. Show off a strong start, yeah. Yeah, that rules. Absolutely rules. 77 for Ashino and Hanare. The reverse cross armbar from Ashino over Hanare. 68, oof. Miro and Alexander Hammerstone. Yeah, just Hammerstone. Obviously, I don't think he'd be in this if Sonata and Nakamura and Bryan Danielson were in this, but it is what it is. AJ over Katsuki Nomura, the Springboard 450 in 22 minutes. It's a nice win for AJ. Kingston Shingo with a 75 as Eddie Kingston losing the Shingo, or he beats Shingo rather, but he loses out on the performance battle. Rather, Shingo with a 78-71 for Kingston. I mean, Eddie Kingston's had a great G1. He's beaten some big names already. He's beaten AJ Styles, he's beaten Shingo. Like, this is probably his best G1 run today. And there we go, an 87 for the main event. There we fucking go. As Claudio with the neutralizer of the Count Tankman. I like that. I like that finish. I don't think the stretch muffler, I don't think that would have worked for this match, but definitely down the line, would like to see him get a win with that. But yeah, that's a... Finally, Block C gets a hell of a match to main event. How about that? Just had to believe. But yeah, Nick Jackson with a 94 thanks to the chemistry boost is pretty nuts. Pretty nuts indeed. We're in the 20s now, and as far as it's nice to be in the 20s, but also obviously we're coming up on the home stretch for the episode, for part 1 of this episode of the G1 Climax. I forgot to ask you guys in the beginning, but who do you think's going to win the G1? This is going to be fun, and if you want to pick your winners for each block too, feel free. I'm just kind of curious to see where everybody's thinking, because obviously we don't really get to ask for predictions with this series, because most of the time you get to see kind of the build in the payoff in the same episode. But at least with this, you get to see the build and then the payoff, so it's kind of nice that way. As, yeah, pay raise. I even forgot we have Ariel down in CMLL. He's just there. Just hanging out. Yeah, on to day 20 we go. Alright, Block D here for day 20. See what we get for our main event. I guess Malachi Black and Hiromu. Not really. This is probably the first time for Block D where I'm like, I'm not really feeling any of these mains. Tanahashi passing on tips on psychology, though. He desperately needs that. There's Manzai there. Hiromu and Malachi Black. Well, Hiromu getting the win over Malachi Black, though, in 28 minutes. I think that's the right call. I believe it's the first time meeting. Yes, that's fun. It's fun and exciting. As far as the co-main, I really don't know. Because I think this is a technical masterclass matchup. Oh, it's a Steal the Show matchup. I don't know about all that. But Zach's going to beat him in 14 minutes. It's the right call, but I don't know if that should be the technical masterclass matchup. I really hope it's not this. Okay. Tai Chi over Ibushi. What an upset. That's definitely going to be the co-main. Holy shit. What a win for Tai Chi. Have they ever... Because they had the Dangerous Tekkers tag match. And the New Japan Cup match. Wow, that's the last time. Wow, just the story of Tai Chi always beating Ibushi kind of rules. For the save. That's kind of hilarious. Man, what an upset for Tai Chi. Out of fucking nowhere. Oh, I bet he's pissed. Bet he is pissed on that one. So Jay White and Shibata's the technical masterclass matchup. Okay. So Jay White's going to beat him in 18. I don't hate it. I don't love it, though. Evil and Pac. Evil over Pac. What a night this is for Block D. Holy shit. Upset City here. My God. Besides Hiromu losing to Malachi Black, that at least isn't happening. But Jesus Christ. What a show. Yeah, back to the Perfectional Sports Center for this one. About started the show on accident. That would have been real bad. So the undercard... I mean, I guess... I guess we can... Actually, let's do Sonata. Yeah, let's have Sonata back. Back, and he's not injured anymore. Hooray, type of thing. But yeah, Sonata and Bushi against... Yeah, Robbie Eagles and El Kukui. Yes. 20 minutes. And we'll have Sonata beat El Kukui there. Be funny if he gets injured in his return. It would be quite ironic. That's a solid match, though. Obviously, El Kukui's going to be the worst guy, but everything else in that match should actually perform pretty well. Oh, what do we have to change? Oh, Jado's given too much on as a road agent. Shibata can do it. Since he's got the very next match. Might as well just stay in Gorilla. Alrighty, so yeah, day 20. Here we go. 78 for the opener. Sonata and Bushi with that excellent chemistry boost. Helps that match out a lot. Rounding body press for Sonata. Man, would have loved to seen that 80s in the G1. Boy, oh boy. But got the show up to a strong start. Got the crowd hotter, too. All around good shit. Jay White over Shibata, the Blade Runner, in 17 minutes. Nice win for Jay White. Zack Sabre Jr., though, with the Sabre driver over Fujinami. Nice to see him at least get a win. I like the story of him after losing to Ibushi. A little pissed off, and just kind of leashing it out on Fujinami there, and just not really fucking around with him. Really giving him the business, kicking the shit out of him, stretching him out. If it's a rope break, he's hanging on till 5. Like, he's pissed off, and he's showing it there against Fujinami. He's letting out the frustration on him. Pac losing to Evil, to the Darkness Scorpion, is fucking hilarious. But also in an upset for Evil, and I can't believe that was on 84. I can't believe Pac agreed to put him over, too, in that same breath. Ibushi losing to Tai Chi, to the Tai Chi clutch. What a show this has been. Unreal. Tai Chi beating Kota Ibushi again. Unreal. 85 for the main event as Hiromu over Malachi Black, as Malachi Black kind of shits the bed in his big main event. That would have been at least an 86 or higher if he was on this game, but it is what it is. But what a night for Hiromu. What a night for Tai Chi. But we gotta put over Kota Ibushi for losing to him. And what a night for Evil as well. And so, yeah, we'll put over Tai Chi, though. Because Tai Chi's the man. I can't believe it, beating Kota Ibushi in the co-main. Unreal. On to the home stretch, though, for this episode. Oh, this part of the episode, rather. As we just have days 21, 22, 23, and 24 each of the final night here for each block. That is super important as far as we are. It's almost do or die time for each guy. As far as it's now or never. You have only so much time left in the G1, and you really got to be on your P's and Q's. And if you want to win and you want to go on to the semifinals and finals, it starts now. So yeah, on to day 21 we go. Alrighty, day 21. It's the final show for Block A here in this part. Hayato Tamura and Kazuchika Okada. That is for sure the main and the co-main. Kushida and Kyle O'Reilly. For sure. Oh my god. Shushin Thunder Liger gives a locker room a lift and he provided a crate of free drinks for everyone. See, Fujinami did. Yeah, he organized a poker tournament. Oh, Okuya. These fucking young lions. Stop being on your phone, you cocksuckers. So, Toshi Kojima passing on microphone work to Yadabar. It's just so funny. He keeps on doing that. And microphone work as well as Shibata passing on to SB Kento. But yeah, main event. Tamura Okada. Is Tamura's run, does it end here? It does. Okada beats him right before the 30-minute mark. You love to see it. I mean, what a finish that is, though. Have Okada counter the jackhammer by landing behind him on his feet into the Rainmaker. Yeah, that's the finish. That's the finish for sure. As Kushida and Kyle O'Reilly, co-main. Never mind, Tactical Masterclass matchup. This is going to be the first of the 5, as O'Reilly beating Kushida in 26 minutes. What a banger that shall be, though. Juice and the Great Okan could be a solid co-main, though. And the Great Okan's going to beat Juice Robinson. Nice win. Nice run for Okan. Nice little bounce back for him. And then Hobbs and Roderick Strong. Josh Alexander going to beat Roderick Strong. Hobbs and Pentagon Jr., rather, as I think I just said Hobbs and Strong instead. But yeah, Pentagon Jr. beating Will Hobbs. That's a fun finish. Pentagon Jr. is going to win probably by the cross arm bar. But yeah, let's take a look at the standings here for for Block A rather. So Tamara's going to stay at 10. Okada's going to jump up to 10, and Hobbs is going to stay at 8. Okan jumps up to 8, and so really, this is going to come down to, Okada with the tiebreaker win, so he's in the lead for Block A. Juice is staying at 6. Kushida stays at 6. Kyle O'Reilly jumps up to 4. It's crazy Roderick Strong hasn't had any points yet, so that's a tough break. He's got 3 shows left, so the most he can finish with is 6 at this point. That's tough, but tough break here for Roderick Strong. Hopefully he gets a win before the end of the tournament, because he has been solid. He hasn't been tremendous, but he's been solid, though. Since, trying to think, we should do probably Sho and Garcia. And then they can take on either Francesco and Yo or Rocky and Yo. It doesn't matter to me. Well, it's probably going to be Francesco and Yo, because, Garcia is recognizable at least. But plus, I think Sho, Yo, Francesco, Garcia, I think that's a better story. It's a better story. It's Francesco going to get the win. Actually, have Yo beat Sho. Why not? Give a nice win. Give a nice win to Chaos. They could use the big win night for him. At least Kyle O'Reilly won for Dragon's Den. Yes, we gotta pick a venue. Almost forgot about that. I could have swore we ran Osaka for them last time too, so I think we might have them run like the old convention center here. 66 for the opener is Francesco and Yo beating Garcia and Sho. The wrong team probably won, but it was close. At least there's that. But Yo tapping out Sho. They still are. I can't believe they're still in the mid-50s after all this time. Literally 5 years of booking them, and they're still shit. Roderick Strong probably should have beat Josh Alexander here, as he loses the Pearl River Plunge. Yes, that's a 78, though. Decent little matchup. Just now realized, did we have a Steal the Show matchup? I hope we did. Oh, God. Yeah, we put in the wrong fucking... Oh, God. Yep, that's going to be terrible. That's going to be bad. Just now realized we forgot to switch O'Reilly and Kushida to not be the co-main anymore. But Pentagon Jr. wins with a cross armbar. 12:42. Huh. It still worked out. Alrighty. Kyle O'Reilly getting the win with the Brainbuster in 26-28. Yeah, pretty good chemistry, obviously. These two, no strangers to each other. They've had great matches in the Best Super Juniors now for the first time wrestling in the G1. It's fun. Should have that be the co-main still. Juice Robinson losing to the Great Okan as the Cobra Clutch from the Great Okada in 22-28. In our main events, an 80, what the fuck, Okada. He gets a win with the Rainmaker in 28-40. Let's just see what happens here. Oh my god, he's declining physically now. Not the ace. God damn it. Brutal. Flips chair. Flips table. Flips everything. I mean, shout out Kyle O'Reilly and Kushida having the best match on the card, though. So that's nice. But, God, I can't believe Okada's declining physically. Can't believe it. Cannot believe it. But on to Block B we go for day 21. Boy, I can only imagine what this show... Oh my... It's Tanahashi and Tyler Black and Ray Phoenix and Kenta. Holy shit. Well, that's the main and co-main for sure. Naito and Daniel Makabe is also a great match, too. I mean, Block B is just fucking nuts. Just nuts. As Tyler Black's going to beat Tanahashi, beats the ace. Tough break for Tanahashi, but a big win for Tyler Black. Ray Phoenix and Kenta? Oh, that's right, they don't have chemistry. I remember that now. Ray Phoenix says we're going to beat Kenta, so that's a huge win, though. Nonetheless, come on, Kenta, it's your stablemate. Don't be bitching. Makabe and Tetsuya Naito. Makabe's going to beat Naito. First of all, what a win. What a change of events for Tetsuya Naito. Beats Tyler Black one night, the very next night, beats Daniel Makabe. It's a tough draw for him. Brody and Joe Doring. Brody's going to win in 18. I think they don't have any chemistry either, so this is kind of low-key a scary little show. We need a still show match, first of all, fellas. Oh, no, that's right. We already have one. We need a technical match, is what we need. I guess it could be the opener. I guess it doesn't have to be this Volter Takuya Nomura matchup. Which, speaking of, Takuya Nomura is going to beat Volter in 18 minutes. So that's pretty shocking. Yeah, I mean, Jesus, I really don't know. I'm trusting this. I know they're going to have bad chemistry and all that, but I think they still will perform pretty well. But what we do need is we're going to have... I'm trying to think. Let's have Gulak and Moriarty. Junior Tag Champs. They can take on Blastoff. We'll go with Jason Lee and Fumino Arabe, actually. Jesus, this is actually a really good match. Yeah, and this is just a build up to the Junior Tag Team title matchup for Gulak and Moriarty. As we will have Abe. So we have quite the matches lined up for him. As we'll have Abe beat Gulak. So we got a junior title matchup and a junior tag team title matchup set in the future. Love it. Oh yeah, the technical match class. Almost forgot the most important part of that whole thing. Alrighty. Oh, we'll take a look at the standings too. After I pick the venue. Yeah, we'll have that be the Nagoya Civic General Gymnasium. So that's a pretty big show. So Block B. As we have... Kenta was leading the block. Not now, as now that will be... Well, I guess it depends. Volter could have had the tiebreaker, but since he is also losing... Boy, this is going to be super close. Man, oh man, so... I think it's back to Tyler Black, but actually I think it's still Kenta with the tiebreaker. Because, yeah, Tyler Black's got 8 now. Oh, no, Brody's got 8. That's right. And he hasn't lost to him. So, I guess, yeah, Brody's technically in the lead. But, yeah, it's now Brody, Kenta, and Tyler Black with 8. Daniel Makabe has 4. Doring has 4. Kenta's, Ray Phoenix has 6. Takuya Nomura's got 6. And Volter still has 6. And Naito's 4. That's kind of crazy that Naito's so low. But again, Block B is so stacked that any one of those guys could go on and win this whole goddamn thing. I really do believe it. We'll see how the show runs. The 70th for the opener is Moriarty and Drew Gulak. They were the better team, but they lose here as Abe with the Shining Wizard in 2012. Strong start for the show, so that's nice to see. And 80 for Volter and Takuya Nomura. I can't believe Volter does. I mean, he's got a 90 there. That's crazy. He's been incredible. Takuya Nomura, though, with the Dragon Suplex in 17 minutes. Major win. Brody Lee and Joe Doring. Brody Lee with the big boot. As, yeah, Joe Doring a little tired towards the end there. But Brody gets the win in 17 minutes. 80 for Ray Phoenix and Kenta. So, yeah, still a pretty solid matchup. Still got the crowd buzzing. So, Ray Phoenix with the Meteora at 9:38. I kind of actually, that finish probably, instead of the GTS, Kenta goes for it. Ray Phoenix counters with a Poison Rana, and that's the finish. Instead, just something like that where it's just out of nowhere and he gets caught. But Makabe with the Makabe lock over Tetsuya Naito. He did deserve this win. He gets the win in 25:47. He outperforms him. And it's all around, I mean, solid performance. Really, that was actually a really good match. Then Tanahashi losing to Tyler Black in 28:39. What a finish. What a win. Tough break for Tanahashi. Gets outperformed. But man, Tyler Black's just on another level right now. He's been killing it. Really been killing it there. Yeah, Tyler Black. We'll give Makabe some rub. And trying to think who else. Well, you know, Volter did get a 90 rather. So I mean, he did perform his ass off. Sorry, Tanahashi. You're not gonna get any love today, but you don't need it. You've been getting praised for about 20 years now. I think you're fine. As on to Block C we go. We just have 2 more shows left. And again, fucking knock on wood, no one's been injured yet. Alrighty, Block C as for the final show here of the episode, or this part of the episode. I keep on doing that. As I think the main event will be that AJ Miro match. I think that's the right call. Sorry, Claudio and Hammerstone, but probably this. Miro's gonna beat him again. I want to say, yeah, I think... Oh no, this is the first time they've had a singles match. Man, what a win for Miro, first of all, over AJ Styles. And that's That is massive. Tankman and Shingo will go next with the co-main. Tankman gonna beat Shingo. That's a great win for Tankman as well. I'm assuming this is a technical masterclass matchup. Yeah, Claudio's gonna win. No surprise there. I do hope he wins with the stretch muffler that time. Ashino and Katsuya Kitamura. What an upset for Katsuya Kitamura over Shotaro Ashino. Jesus Christ. What a win as he beats Ashino. And then Kingston and Hanare. Hanare's going to beat Kingston. That is a tough break for Eddie Kingston. But I think that's a well-deserved win for Hanare because, first of all, he gets his second win in the tournament. But also, Eddie Kingston was on a bit of a tear there. I thought he was, but he's actually only got 4 points. So yeah, he lost to Claudio. Completely forgot about that. And he also lost to Miro, which I do remember that. But the Ashino loss, I almost forgot as well. So yeah, never mind. He's not been on a run. As now Nari's going to be above him because of the tiebreaker. But yeah, AJ was close. This was down to AJ and Miro. But Miro getting the win jumps up to 11 as he has the most points out of anybody so far in this tournament as far as with 11 points. He has not lost yet. He's only had the draw with Claudio, then wins all the way around. AJ's now got his second loss against Kingston and now Miro. Man, Miro's been on a tear, that's for sure. Tankman, though, with 6 points. It's crazy because Tankman's been doing really well as well. Same thing for Shingo and same thing for Ashino. Just a goofy little block this is. Very, very goofy to see. Like, Claudio being so far down is just... not even that far down. He's just not in the top 2. He's just 3rd. It's kind of crazy to think as far as from AJ and Miro's perspective. But yeah, it's a solid show. It's going to be a little different than what we're probably used to seeing, but it's still, I think it's going to be a solid little show. We'll go with Shelly and Tomato. Thought about maybe doing a 6-man instead, but I think, I don't know, let's go with the 6-man actually. We'll have Cobb out there with Shelly and Kaji Tomato. Then we'll have Rex Steiner, Tozawa, Fred Yai. Oh. I think we did this on a strong. I could be wrong. Okay, yeah, we didn't. We did something along these lines here, but yeah, we'll have Tozawa. I was thinking he should probably beat Shelly, but I don't know. Maybe Shelly should. Yeah, I think having Shelly beat Tozawa makes more sense actually. So a nice win for the Kingdom of Strong Style. They win something. They win something at least. Oh, I just now realized I put that on slow build. That would have been bad. There we go. Alright. Day 23. In the books. Let's run it. I forgot to pick the venue. Fuck. As we're in Sumo Hall. Border City Stretch Rock Shelly over Akira Tozawa in 10:29. Yeah, Shelly best guy at the match. Tozawa was one of the worst guys. He was not the worst. That would be Rex Steiner and Jeff Cobb. Fred, yeah, that was the second best guy in the match. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. As Claudio Castagnoli with a stretch muffler over Alexander Hammerstone. Fuck yeah. 77. 71 for Kingston and Hanare. Hanare with a win in 11:44. I don't know. It's a tough break there for Kingston. Shotaro Ashino losing to Katsuya Kitamura's Boston Crab. I don't know why Katsuya Kitamura never wins with that big ass lariat I gave him, but he just always wins with a Boston Crab. I don't know. Makes no sense to me. But Shingo and Calvin Tankman is an 81 here, as Tankman with the Tankman driver. 78 and 80 for Shingo and Tankman. That's a great little match there. And then 87 for AJ Styles and Miro. Thank God we get a good match for Block C again. It's the game over for Miro. Hell of a match. Hell of a performance from Miro. He's just been on a tear. Much deserved run he has had so far. And we'll just put over everyone that's in the top echelon of this block. So Claudio, AJ, and Miro. The Gaijin's killing it for Block C. That's our final show this part, Block D. It's upon us. And yeah, as long as we have a pretty solid show, I'd say this first part of the G1 has gone very, very well. We've kind of lost a little bit of pop, which is fine, because we'll get it back once we get to the normal shows. But I was not really, as far as I was not thinking that was going to happen this tour. I guess I should have. I should not have believed in the talent so much, but we should be fine, though. We should be fine in the future, and we've been making money, though. We've been making a shit ton of money, which I figured that was going to happen. So that's nice, but yeah, on to the final show for this part of the episode. Alrighty, day 24, and of course we have a backstage incident, because we always do. Oh, it's Show. Show was accused of being an hour late to pick up his assigned travel partner. Come on, you gotta pick up Garcia at the airport. There's Nakamura found him guilty in terms of pay for travel partner's meals for the next 3 shows. Tanahashi now passing on psychology to Yuma. Zai. Wow, so Romu and Pac is definitely the main. That's for sure. But I do love Zack Sabre Jr. and Malachi Black, though. Of course, did that happen in Progress? I'm trying to think. I thought it did. I thought they at least interacted with each other. I know Zack and Devitt had a match in Progress, but I was thinking that they had a match too. I don't know. Off the top of my head, I don't remember. But Romu and Pac. Pac beats Hiromu. Great win for Pac. First of all, this match, didn't this happen for the Intercontinental title? It did. Power struggle a couple of years ago. Hiromu beat him, and that was the last time they had a singles match. Because they had the G1 match in 2021, which that was a draw. So they're technically 1-0 and 1, well, now 1-1-1. So that's cool. We need a 4th match now. But yeah, you know, as far as Zack and Malachi Black, that could probably go here. Zack's going to beat him in 26 minutes. See if this is a technical masterclass matchup. I'm assuming it is. Oh no, Bushi's going to just beat him outright in 26 minutes. Is this the technical masterclass matchup? It is. Taichi beats both Jay White and Kota Ibushi. Fuck yeah. Jay White's not even going to complain about it. That rules. Shibata beats Evil. That also rules. As, boy, trying to think. I mean, let's see. Could we, we could, I'd say we just do Sonata versus, no, I don't want to do a singles match. That's kind of cheap. That's kind of cheap. I think we're finally, no, I'm not going to do that either. Let's go with Top Flight. I haven't used them in a hot minute. Top Flight versus, I'm going to have the Velocities beat them. It's not a bad call. Because, I mean, the Velocities, they could use a win. And they have faced off against each other a couple of times. Yeah, since we're doing the Velocities against since they're going to take on Samurai del Sol and Ryu Lee, it makes sense to give him some wins over some other teams as well. So Paris de Silva are going to get the win. We'll give him a little bit of time, though. So 16 minutes. Yeah, Top Flight has won almost all their matches but the first one. So it's going to be a nice little change of pace for them as far as Velocity's going to win. So yeah, to look at the last standings here for Block D. So Hiromu stays at 6. Evil stays at 4. Same thing for Jay White. Shibata jumps up to 4. Ibushi is going to 10 with that win. Fujinami with 4. Malachi Black with 4. Pac jumps up to 8. So it's just, and then Taichi jumps up to 8 too. And so does Zack Sabre Jr. So what a final 4 that could potentially be. As, yeah, I mean, it's crazy that Bushi's got 10. And, of course, his one loss to Taichi. Taichi's tiebreaker might end up having him win the whole goddamn block. So that's pretty hilarious to think about. Because for Zack, I mean, he lost to Hiromu. And he lost to Ibushi. So, really, tiebreaker-wise, he's kind of already out of it. Unless something very, very bad happens to Ibushi and Hiromu and Ibushi. Which Hiromu's already down a point. So there is that. So Zack's already jumped up to 8. So he does have a slight edge. But Ibushi, I mean, this is his block to win. Unless Taichi comes out of nowhere. Damn, my God, what a tour this has been. I guarantee you, someone's going to get injured now. We went so long without an injury that someone's bound to get injured now. Because that's just the way this fucking game works. 71 for the opener. Velocities beating Top Flight. You love to see it. 71, that's a solid matchup. 76 for Jay White and Taichi. It's Taichi clutch for Taichi in 1949. Great win for Taichi there. Look at him go. He gets a 60 there. Evil with a 61. Shibata with a 49. Shibata is fucking god-awful now. It's such a shame. Ankle lock for Shibata, though, in 10 minutes. 85 for Fujinami and Kota Ibushi. It's the last ride style Tiger Driver from Ibushi there. Great match. Great win. 80 for Zack Sabre Jr. Malachi Black. They don't click. God damn it. Zack Driver, though, from Zack Sabre Jr. over Malachi Black. In our main event, though, it's a 95. So Hiromu does outperform Pac, but Pac gets the win with a Shooting Star Press on 29-22. What a goddamn match for the former juniors that have elevated to the heavyweight scene. They kill it there, and what a show to end out this first part of the episode on. Thank you all for watching, and we will catch you guys next time for the conclusion of the 34th annual G1 Climax, the 2024 G1 Climax, as we will find out the semifinals, we'll find out the finals, we'll get to see Nick Jackson versus Jonathan Gresham, we'll get to see the Velocities versus Ryu Lee and Samurai del Sol as well, for the junior heavyweight titles, or junior heavyweight tag team titles, so that should be exciting, and yeah, all around, very exciting stuff happening on the horizon for New Japan Pro Wrestling, as we'll catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone.